talk show. Hopefully anybody watching the stream has everybody on here.
You know, I can't decide if I feel bad for everybody who watches this show or not.
I don't. They choose to watch this. Like
they put themselves through it willingly.
Yeah.
Wait, give me a second. I just want to put something on here. Give me 1 second.
I mean, it sounds like we've already been stalling for the longest time.
Shut up, Blake.
I mean, when are
Not
we
even
not
you,
stalling?
me as well.
There we go. Oh, it's not good, but
you got Blake Cannon's
that's
junk
hot.
right behind your
That's
head
hot.
here.
just a big.
That's hot.
It's just a.
Nice.
I like how you have
just
this
feel it.
photo saved onto
Handle
your
it.
computer, ready for this moment.
I actually just Googled Blake Cannon, and there's the first photo that came up. So
That's
I'm on
even
Google
better.
Images, guys. I'm a big deal.
There we go. Oh no, my crappy lighting rig is about to fall off. Oh well, whatever. That's
Welcome to the. Is this the first time we've officially successfully switched over to Saturday?
yes, because last week was Thanksgiving, so
Yeah.
everybody was unavailable, and 2 weeks ago was the Monster Pro Wrestling show. How did everybody enjoy their respective
let's talk
matches?
about our own wrestling.
Yeah.
that might
Oh,
not be.
wow.
That's probably a good idea.
Yeah,
Good
let's
idea.
let's
Those
let's
guys.
put ourselves over for a couple minutes here.
Speaking of going over, I'm pretty sure. Oh, yeah, never mind. TY went over too, but I went over. I won my match. And TY, I'm November 7th. I'm gonna beat your ass. All right, nothing
You're not.
personal. Just
no, you're not.
that title was stolen from me.
I'm pretty sure you lost fair and square to.
I didn't lose
Dalton
fair
Rogue,
and
you know?
square. What the fuck are you talking? What the fuck is a Dalton? Get that shit out of here.
Nobody
Dalton Rogue.
knows. Nobody knows.
But yeah, the fuck is a Dalton Rogue?
Getting hot up in here.
So, Rick Jules, how did you feel about your match?
I had a match. I got domed with a chair by Mr. Clean, so I don't know if that's an accomplishment or not.
I
It's
wouldn't
not.
say that that's an accomplishment at all.
Me
No.
becoming number one contender to the provincial championship that was stolen from me, that's an accomplishment. You getting decked by the boomer propane is not.
I mean, I tried to beat him up. He domed
Tried.
me though. I
I
tried
feel
Right.
bad that you have to wrestle propane this much. Like, I would
a
have quit.
lot.
Have
It's-
I was
I'm officially 2-1 in singles matches against propane. He finally got one. I was pulling for him.
so
Part of me
I
was
was
just like on the inside. I was like, you know what? You can do it, man. You can do it. Believe in yourself.
So I was going back on Rick Jules's cage match page, and
Oh,
since the Dad Bod Squad was formed, we have had 3 matches that did not involve Propane, Ajax, or Wrath. And that's almost, we're going on 2 years now here.
Nice.
Now, okay, are we counting the time I got blackout drunk in Lloyd and became raunchy and wrestled Jude Dawkins?
Yes, because I think that is on your cage match. So
It
actually,
is,
no,
yeah.
that doesn't count because we were still the Catalyst officially.
No, were we?
No, you're Dad Bods.
No, we were Dad Bods.
No, you were Dad Bods. I remember this
No,
specifically because we had the monitor gimmick in Lloyd, and I had
Yeah.
there was a
And
picture.
I gave the production team shit for using
Yeah.
my Dad Bod promo stuff.
The production team didn't really give a shit, but
Because
production team
I thought
just
because
went ahead and
that
changed
Red
anyway.
Deer show was December, wasn't it?
That wasn't Red Deer. That was Lloyd.
No, because the Blackout Drunk show was because I never wrestled Lloyd until we were officially.
No, we were
Dad Bod Squad.
officially Dad Bod when it was Raunchy versus Cheetah Bear.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about the Red Deer against the
Oh
Wrecking
no,
Crew.
that was
you guys,
that was
you guys became
Cody
the
Blade.
Dad Bods at
That
Real
was the
Bird
show
Cup.
that we wrote down together, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's
where
the one
I
where
beat
you're
your
okay.
ass repeatedly at Smash Bros.
We don't talk about that.
Just
We don't talk about
unrelentingly. You didn't stand a chance.
I can't play with the Joy Cons. I can't
was-
play with.
oh,
Give me a
okay.
real controller. I
Okay.
Yeah,
can't play
Blade.
with those little-
It was all Joy-Con drift, right, Ty?
Yeah, it's all.
What's wrong? What's wrong with the Joy Cons? I'm too lazy to grab mine, but what's wrong with this, huh? What's wrong with
You know,
this?
you see, but like that, the form factor is decent. But just holding those.
Just
little
holding,
tidbits of
like,
shit in your hand,
I agree with
can't
Ty.
do
I
it.
can't do it when I'm just like this
Okay,
trying to play a game.
Still, even if you're a talented enough player, you should be able to like eke out a win. But it was like 2 solid hours of me whipping his ass.
Yeah, it was about 2 hours of me losing.
Okay, so I got on our chat. The 3 matches are the Hinton match, the match against the Weapons,
Hinton match.
and then Jules' match against Jude.
Oh, okay. Oh, the Weapons. Yeah, that happened.
The Hinton match. You guys weren't even the Dad Bods.
No, we were the Catalyst.
Yeah, you're the Catalyst, and you turned me into a victim.
The one night return of
the-
the Catalyst.
That's the Twilight Zone of Monster Pro Wrestling is Hinton.
The catalyst,
Yeah.
the catalyst made my
That's
life a
where
living hell.
Kayfabe goes to die.
Yeah.
You guys were the worst people.
We
ever.
were the worst tag team ever.
No, not tag team, but you guys.
I
just-
was a
Oh, you're too
kind.
half-decent
Me a
human
lot.
being. It was weird.
We were just awful.
I've been hit with chairs with you guys. I've been sexually assaulted.
Me
I've
too.
It's been-
Hey, in our defense, have you seen what you wear out to the ring? Because you're practically asking for it.
Yeah. it's true.
Jesus.
Well, I was back. Yeah, fair enough.
I'm so
Fair
glad I
enough.
only get like tens of viewers because like Twitch would cancel me in a heartbeat.
All right, so while we're talking about our matches, do we want to promote our upcoming matches? If I guess
I mean-
you
No.
Blake
You
and
mean-
Ty already did.
I'm not
Yeah.
promoting anything with Blake. I don't want him on my page.
I don't.
That's too bad, Ty, because you're going to have to explain to your like threes of fans why you are no longer the provincial champion after November 7th.
Fair enough.
Now I'm going to bring that title back to my one fan, Spoople.
Oh God, Spoople isn't here, is he?
No.
Oh God, save us.
Give it
Walkie
time.
just like pops his head out from underneath my bed.
I'm waiting to him just to be creeping in your window there.
Yeah, no, like he'll just be like sitting there in my window, and everyone just like point him out, and I'll just look, and I just don't see him.
Ugh.
Oh, we got an interesting comment in my chat. Speaking of title, where is TY's title?
Oh, you
Yeah.
mean my title?
No, I mean the important title.
No. there's
Damn,
only-
bitch.
Okay, no.
That's just
Talking about
roasting me
important-
and TY.
No.
I mean, I'm gonna bury any title that I don't have a realistic shot of obtaining. So
Yeah. Fucking WWE title. What shit? You get your Mark title out of here, Jules.
the
No.
MPW Tag Team title, that's the most prestigious title in professional wrestling.
No, right
Along
now,
with the Dad Bod
We've
Squad
only had it
Pod,
once.
the
We did it again.
DBSP universe of championships here.
See,
Yeah.
I didn't get the provincial championship because that doesn't mean anything right now. This,
Uh,
this.
I'm the first
the most
ever
important
DBS Grand Slam champ, by the way.
It can't be
I
a
mean,
Grand Slam when there's only 2. That's a double.
That's too bad. I
Yeah.
make the rules now.
The look on Blake's face last show when I had both titles that he adored just over my shoulders was the best
like
thing
that's
ever.
just it. That's
You could
right?
see the genuine just anger in his face. I love it.
So we're it was an interesting time with the savages in the locker room that were just marks going over for TY's Hot Takes title, the most prestigious title in the locker room, the most talked
Okay,
about
calm
title
down.
in the MPW locker room.
Chill the fuck out.
By far.
I don't know
By
if you
far.
were paying attention. This in itself was also getting its fair notice of attention.
No one cared. It was a lot of attention from you.
I defend it every week, man. Every week.
I think that this championship here is
You've been
heavier
lesdering
and
that
feels
title,
more
let's be real.
prestigious. Shut up, Blake. I'm talking. The fact that this championship here feels more prestigious than the actual championship I hold is funny. I remember coming home with both championships and my sisters were looking at them, and she was like, "So which one is yours?" I was like, "That one. I like this one."
We're more over than our own home promotion
Yeah.
for all like 10 people that watch this combined.
That's right. I appreciate every one of them that
We do
stopped
it for
by.
the-
I
we
do
it
not.
for the people.
I do
We it
not.
for the Rock.
All right, so should we get
I
this
do not
show on the
appreciate any of
road?
you.
Hands up if anybody watched Raw this week.
Virtual hands up, Blake. I don't want to see your stubby fingers.
How about this finger? How about that?
I will be reacting to the happenings of Raw live as we discuss them.
I'm with
and
Jules
giving
here.
my takes there.
Nice.
So what do we got happening on Raw last week,
Okay,
fellas?
Okay, so I sat through all of Raw for the first time in a long time because I was waiting for Mustafa Ali. Then we got to the main event, and I realized Mustafa Ali had not been out yet.
Did they cheat
Then
you
I
out?
got mad,
Yeah, that
and I
pissed me off
complained
as well.
online.
So they built all the anticipation for a whole lot of nothing.
Yeah, like they promoted Ali being on Raw, like saying whatever about Retribution, and then just doesn't show up.
With that said, I wonder if my moderator could bring it up. Ali had a really funny tweet to kind of cover for that.
Did he? Did he at least? So he tried.
Ali is trying. Retribution is not going to fail due to the lack of effort from the wrestlers involved.
I agree.
They are trying their damnedest to try to get this thing over.
T-Bar's over with me.
Oh, T-Bar's.
T-Bar's the greatest fucking thing.
I mean, like, how much time did we spend on like T-Bar's Twitter game last week or the last time we did this show? Like,
Yeah.
Well,
Does
this whole
anybody
thing inevitably fails. Can he ever
Yeah.
go back to being Dominic again?
no.
He's just T-Bar
No.
forever.
Yeah,
Yeah. Even if
he is for the
Retribution
rest
fails.
of his career.
When he was Dijak, he did not have that kind of Twitter fire. Like that's just it's all since the gimmick
That's
change.
because everybody liked him.
Oh, here we go. I got the tweet here. He tweeted, "Do you not like it when something is promised and then taken away with no explanation? Funny feeling, isn't it?"
But yeah,
Oh,
There we
Yeah.
go.
it's pretty smart of him.
Yeah.
My retribution
amazing.
question is: does anybody have any more information than the speculation about Mercedes Martinez not being in the group anymore?
I think she's gone.
Yeah,
I
it's pretty
think
much confirmed at
they-
this point.
Like Ali's been like tagging everyone in Retribution
But her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I think
I
it's all
imagine
about
she
confirmed because like at the draft
So
as
she's
well, I think it was
basically,
only
like-
4.
she's basically to Retribution like what Daniel Bryan was to the Nexus.
She is to Retribution what Blake Cannon was to the Cat's Meow.
I mean to Dark Reign. Dark Reign, no,
Useless.
fuck you. I brought the provincial title back to the Cat's Meow. What the fuck are you talking about? No, I'm thinking more Blake Cannon to the Dark Reign during the whole month that I was a part of that group.
Yeah. Now you're just starting to remind me how the Cat's Meow was slowly becoming the NWO of that of MPW, and I say that because I felt like at one point half the roster was part of the faction.
Pretty much every heel was a cat at one point.
Yeah,
I mean,
it got to
including
the point where
T.Y.
like
and Red
I think Caleb was going to try to recruit everybody. Like he came out as Meowso Damage that one time. It's like, hey, Master, this could be you.
Right? There was Meowth Damage. There was the time we all came out with lightsabers. Like
Oh, when you guys wrestled Tag Struggle, right?
Yeah, I think that was a Survivor
Indeed,
Series or
yeah.
something
Who broke
like
That was a
that.
good match. I enjoyed that.
Like
someone broke theirs.
I did.
Oh, it was
I,
you.
I did not know how flimsy that they're like from the Dollar Tree. So I wanted to like do like the kendo stick. It's like bam, 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 bam. And immediately it's like bam and just snapped in half. And I'm like, oh my god, I'm an idiot.
You got too excited. You thought the budget was high, huh?
Yeah, I thought Kato would have splurged a little bit and went to like Toys R Us or something.
Can we talk about the draft
Sure.
Yeah.
while we're
Yeah.
doing this as well?
Yeah, while we're on it.
Talk
Yeah.
about how fucking angry we are about New Day being split.
Don't talk about it. I'm gonna start crying.
Like
I saw the
I'm
SmackDown
fucking
side
triggered.
of the
I
draft.
am riled.
so who is behind the draft? Is it random or the executives? Is there like
Executives.
representatives?
Executives.
If you-
Why
if you-
would Raw draft all 4 members of Retribution,
But
but
only-
only 2 members of New Day?
Yeah.
That makes no goddamn sense.
Why was Retribution drafted at all?
Yes.
They're actively trying to destroy the company.
Yes.
They've been on record every time they've had any sort of promo opportunity to say, hey, we are here to destroy this fucking company. And then they Raw drafts them to their show.
Well, I think after they kind of signed them to a contract randomly, I think everything's free game at this point.
Yeah.
Because like just out of nowhere, they're like, "All right, we're signing you."
Also,
So
Also, if you can draft tag teams, why would you not draft the tag team? Why would you just draft Otis? Why would you just draft one tag team member?
Yeah, why? What was the point of splitting up heavy machinery? I don't get it.
The rules are not clear.
I feel like they've split more tag teams in the past 2 months than they actually have in the tag division now.
Yeah, there's nothing in this tag division now.
Like,
So now they're going to start putting together random combinations of singles guys.
Why
again.
New Day? Why? Or I guess, well, New Day is still technically a tag team because it's still Kofi and Xavier, but
yeah,
just wait.
We got this in my chat.
At this rate, we'll get we won't even get a solid NXT team call up. Watch, we'll get the Killian Dane Drake Maverick call up just to fill a tag team.
Yeah,
probably.
So yeah, we got in my chat. All the members of Retribution, all the members of the Hurt Business were drafted by Raw, but the executives were adamant about breaking up the greatest team in the last 20 years.
Yep, adamant. Just had to do it.
Yeah.
That's why it just doesn't make sense to me, at least, to make it an executive thing.
Yeah, there is a severe lack of logic.
Yeah, they should have just put, in my opinion, Stephanie, somebody to run Raw, somebody to run SmackDown.
I feel like if I was the boss of those executives, I would walk into that room immediately after only drafting Xavier and Kofi and slap them, say, "What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
Why would you also take Big E?"
Yeah, see, at least when the drafts were associated to authority figures, to general managers, it made sense because you're trying to steal you're trying to steal guys from the other. So when Vince and Ric Flair were running SmackDown and Raw, and Vince and Ric Flair drafted Bubba Ray Dudley, and then Vince was like, okay, I draft Devon Dudley, and it was that there was a moment out of it because of it, and it made sense.
And another thing they could do is kind of on that, where they have actual executives, where, say, Raw drafts the entire New Day, and then SmackDown's we will trade you X, X, and X for just Big E. Yeah. Make them a sweet offer because they really just like Big E. It doesn't make any sense just to draft 2 out of 3.
Yeah.
Give a reason for the New Day to be broken up and not Retribution and Hurt Business.
Unless Meatloaf is running Raw because 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Boo.
Come on.
Okay, I mean, from a say a kayfabe perspective, I understand why they felt the need to break up New Day if they want to push Big E, but
that's not a kayfabe. That's a shoot explanation.
I mean, yeah.
If it were me, I would draft them all to one brand, turn them all heel, and then let Big E have that singles push and having Xavier and Kofi behind him, right?
Yeah,
splitting them up doesn't make sense to me.
No, my biggest problem with it is obviously on the insider side of things, the supposed reason is going to be Big E's singles push, but you got Kofi's singles push while they were still a group. So what's the difference? Why
I think part of the difference is that I think part of the difference for WWE is that Kofi's push was kind of unexpected. They were never really planning to do that until Kofi got insanely over.
Yeah, that was all happenstance because Ali got hurt.
Choosing to push Big E.
Yeah. I'd say that this is just a ratings poll, in my opinion. I think they know that the New Day is the most popular group, and the ratings have been dying. So they want to get something because everybody's talking about it.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Regardless, everybody's talking about it. Right. So it's a way for them to pull people in.
They wanted to get that. They wanted to get that big ratings pop for last Friday SmackDown for the last New Day match ever, kind of thing.
Oh yeah. Which strangely put the bar back together for a match.
I didn't mind that.
I could live with that. The bar was super under. They were my favorite tag team at the time when they were around.
Everything about the bar, even their build, the way they were put together, that whole best of 7 and then put into a tag team because it was a tie, and then just the coming together and everything about the bar was spectacular.
Yeah, I enjoyed the match on Friday. It's just kind of awkward because Cesaro and Sheamus are kind of together, and then Shin's over there okay, well, fuck you then, right?
Nakamura's hey, we were tag champions 3 weeks ago here, guy.
Cesaro's nope, my buddy's back.
No, I get my buddy back for one show. Fuck off. Oh, Claudio.
All right. Did anything else of note really happen on Raw, or?
Oh, Lana went through a table for like the 4th week in a row.
Poor Lana.
He gave her the win after, right?
Yeah.
But the payoff kind of made sense though, because she ended up winning that battle royal. It's like, okay, there's a reason they did this to Lana.
Yeah.
It wasn't
there
just them
isn't.
punishing her for her husband
No,
being
they're
in a
punishing
different
her
company.
for her husband. They're just
Yeah,
trying
that's
to
why
make
she
it
won the
look
main
nice.
event of Raw.
Yeah, because they're trying to
punish
make it look nice on paper, where they're like,
Yeah.
no, we definitely have been doing this on purpose and not to punish her at
Yeah.
all.
We're telling
she's-
stories here.
She's gonna get eaten alive. Like,
Oh yeah.
by Asuka,
Oh,
so.
Yeah.
Asuka's gonna
Yeah.
murder.
Yeah,
her.
does anybody believe that like Lana's gonna win the title?
No.
Zelina Vega had a stronger chance, and not to say she didn't have a chance, but I'm just comparatively.
Although
Yeah.
to be fair, they WWE also put the title on Jinder.
Yeah, I agree. They could
Jobber Bill
easily
a month before.
they
That's
could
true.
easily do the shock title change.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And
They
then
could
put her
just
through another
for
table.
the sole purpose of pissing people off. They could do
Yes.
that,
Yeah.
which kind of makes you want to see it happen now.
But I don't think it would piss
in my
people off though,
cold,
because I
dead
feel
heart.
like
just
I
wants
feel
to
like
watch
Lana
the
would
world
still
burn.
Lana would still get the sympathy vote, because like even if like sure the internet would be in an uproar that like between the two skill levels that Asuka lost to Lana, they'd be like, oh, but they put her through like tables 3 weeks in a row and they're being dicks to her, so it's okay.
Yeah.
I feel like Twitter would be more okay with it if, say, it was not against Asuka.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Like if it was against like Bailey or something, then like
Yeah.
No,
We can't talk- we can't talk
I'd
about
be
Twitter,
pissed. I'd be
though.
more pissed off about them doing that. To
if
Bayley.
if Lana was the one that ended like the super long title reign here.
I'd be pissed. even I would be pissed off about that. How could they do that to Bailey? What the fuck?
Right? I'd have to stand with Blake on this one, only because one of Leo's favorites to this day is still Bailey, even though she like since the heel turn. So I'd be pretty disappointed too. Like that's got to be a monumental moment, and if it's not Sasha, it needs to be someone like comparable to that.
It 1,000,000% has to be Sasha.
Oh, at this point, there's but it's WWE.
There's no one
so
else to
it
beat
probably
her.
Won't be.
Yeah.
Like if
However,
if not like Bailey, then I don't know, Nikki Cross maybe. I don't fucking know.
right?
Even though they've done that
Watch-
Pretty well as well.
Oh
right?
man, a returning Charlotte night one comes
Oh,
back,
God.
wins the title.
Oh
No,
god.
Crowder, don't give them any fucking
Oh
ideas.
god.
They do it.
Internet
too.
would fucking
You know they
explode.
would. Yeah, they do it. They
I'd
do
rather Lana. It's not even anything against Charlotte, because I think she's one of the best workers in that entire damn company. But no,
But I could go a couple months without her holding a title while she's wrestling.
yeah,
Yeah. I mean, don't get me started with Charlotte, because like, for everybody who pissed and moaned about the way Roman's Reigns was pushed, like Charlotte was pushed the same way, and Rhea Ripley's momentum post WrestleMania is gone. She has not been able to get any traction back, and it's fucking Charlotte's fault.
It made no sense for Charlotte not to lose the NXT title to Rhea Ripley.
No. There
Made
was
no
Charlotte
sense.
gained nothing by getting the W at WrestleMania. She would have done more overall for NXT
Yeah.
if she had done the job to Rhea.
Even if Charlotte still won at WrestleMania, the next takeover should have been Rhea Ripley.
Instead of passing it on to Io Shirai. Not to say Io didn't deserve it at this point.
It just didn't
but
make any sense.
No.
I'd still be okay with Io taking the title off Charlotte, but like, Io should have pinned Charlotte in that
Yeah,
case.
no,
because
she took
when she
it-
dropped the title, Charlotte didn't even take the fucking pin.
No,
Yeah.
she didn't take the fall.
And then
Maybe
Rhea
what was the
went
point
on
of
to like a
holding the
thing with like
title? She
Robert
wasn't gonna,
Stone.
like, put someone over on NXT huge.
And now I'm hoping that Candice LeRae is finally getting her title run.
Yeah, like to me, Charlotte's reign as NXT champion was just a wasted opportunity, in my
Yeah.
opinion. Like I was totally okay with her winning the NXT title, but I wasn't okay with how the reign ended up going down.
I don't like the fact that she won the championship, because to me it was like, well, we have to put a title on her.
Yeah.
And since we're not going to put any of the roster ones on her, let's just put her on
the
NXT.
NXT one on her.
Which made it's kind of disrespectful to me, to the women's division in NXT, to kind of
Oh,
say,
yeah.
all right, well, she
It was
gets
a
the
slap in
championship for now.
face to
Yeah.
everybody working hard in NXT, and like honestly, it was just like 4 weeks before Mania where Rhea had the big she finally defeated, like someone finally beat Shayna Baszler. They gave her that big hero's welcome for winning the title. And it's like, okay, give it to Charlotte now.
Yep.
Fuck your hopes and dreams.
Just dash them entirely. To hell with this.
All right.
If we're talking about Raw, though.
Speaking of Charlotte, though.
Oh, gross.
Anybody like kind of frustrated about how they're treating Andrade at the moment?
Yes.
Even though
he wasn't even
drafted to
drafted.
go to NXT,
How
apparently.
could they not draft Andrade? What the fuck
They-
is this?
I love Heath Slater, but Andrade is on a level above Heath Slater.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
they
yeah,
Heath
for sure.
Slatered Andrade. It's unbelievable.
They have. They've slated him hard.
I can't
Don't get me
believe
wrong,
it.
like I love Angel Garza, but just that match kind of felt like a burial to Andrade.
Mhm.
Kind of just beating him and then kind of ending their whole faction and then just moving on and nobody really thinking about it.
Yes.
Even though he got drafted for some reason.
However,
Comment in my chat. Logic. Why was Titus O'Neil drafted ahead of Andrade?
I don't know.
Titus O'Neil was drafted ahead of Aleister Black.
Yes.
Titus is good shit, but what?
Yeah, let's
What is
let's put on our kayfabe hats
What?
here. When
Yeah.
was the last time Titus O'Neil's won a match? When was the last time he's had a match on Raw?
What's the
I
last
think
time
the
24/7.
last time he was on Raw was when I saw him on Raw was when he won the 24/7 title and then lost it after like 30 seconds.
Just like a year ago.
That was like a year and a half ago here.
That's the last time I
Was he
remember
not
him
the
on Raw.
inaugural champion?
He
Yeah,
was, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just made no sense to me. When I saw Titus, I was like, what?
Yeah. Like Titus O'Neil is really fucking cool, but
But still,
putting on our kayfabe hats, it makes no goddamn sense.
considering that like Andrade's a former U.S. champion at this point, like
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, but if we're talking about Andrade and we're talking about Raw, let's talk about that Fiend and Alexa Bliss duo debut on Raw. Because like, it was nice to see a big payoff of the two of them sharing that together. That double Sister Abigail was like perfectly timed. Like they nailed that, and it's just like I like the presentation so far of the two of them together.
I really would have liked it. I thought originally they were going to do like a double personality where regular Alexa Bliss had no idea what was going on.
Okay.
Like when like she like gave like Nikki Cross the Sister Abigail and they talked about that. I thought like Alexa Bliss was gonna like do like a thing. It's like, no, I didn't do that at all. I was here all night kind of thing. And
Yeah.
but then they just turned into like some sort of weird kind of Joker Harley Quinn kind of thing.
It's Halloween time. It's time for the spooky things.
Here's my only issue with that. Here's my only issue with their dynamic. I feel like the Fiend, Bray Wyatt, knows his character so well that it's so natural. When I see Alexa Bliss doing the gimmick, just to me personally, it seems more forced than it is natural. And maybe that's because the Fiend just does it in such a way that, and it's his own brainchild, right? So I guess he does it in such a way that seems so natural. But when I see Alexa do it, I'm like, I don't know. It just doesn't give that same.
I agree. You see Alexa and like,
though.
That's fair. It's fair.
Right, because Alexa is the same person who in NXT was falling flat and they were like, okay, here's your heel turn and that's it. Like, you got to make this work. And, you know, with Blake and Murphy there, and she found her footing and she figured it out, right? Like, she's still piecing this together. That's why I like the Raw debut, because it seemed like, I don't know, it seemed like she got it. And because none of it was vocal and it was just like, the stare down was Zelina Vega, and then like, yeah.
My biggest thing is like I just don't feel the chemistry there between the two. Yeah. Like it feels like they're both doing this and they're not like 200% into it.
I need more of the two of them together. Give me, here's what'll solidify it for me. Give me Alexa Bliss on the Firefly Funhouse, like a full.
Yeah, go back to like cheerily like fairy dust Alexa Bliss or something in the Funhouse. Yeah. I could do that. Like if she goes full into it and like goes and does that, I'd be down for that.
Like she's full NXT babyface when she's in the Firefly Funhouse.
Yeah,
she just comes out as her fucking cheerleader gimmick.
Yeah, that's exactly what I think. Yeah,
And then the Fiend has
I'd
a
like
feud
that.
with Kofi, and then he becomes Jamaican again.
They're in the fucking Matt Hardy compound lake of reincarnation or something behind the back there.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
the-
what else? What else fucking happened?
Other stuff.
Wrestling happened. I'm sure.
Ricochet's tribute to Eddie there
Oh,
in
right.
his match with the Hurt Business.
What did he do? Did he do the triple suplex or?
Yeah, so I guess the whole gimmick was Ricochet was like along the lines of like, this is kind of the last time I want to fight you guys. So either I win and you guys leave me alone, or if I lose, I join the Hurt Business. That was kind of the gimmick. Lose? And he won.
Damn it.
But yeah, he used the Eddie Guerrero gimmick to win the match, which was a nice little tribute to Eddie there. Like the whole, like the
chair. It was good shit.
Oh, the fake
like
the fake DQ thing.
It was good shit.
DQ thing.
Oh, very nice. That's good. I always love that.
Yeah.
I'm so sad. I kind of wish Ricochet would have lost that.
I just don't want so many members in the Hurt Business. It's so good right now that I feel like I don't want them to have like all the black people.
No, but I wanted them. I wanted
WWE to be in it, right?
I feel like the group is good as is with the four of them. I don't think they need any more people.
I don't know. I was digging the whole.
Then again, I was also really liking them when it was just MVP, Lashley, and Benjamin. So,
I was really liking it when it was just MVP managing Lashley.
Yeah.
I like that too.
I don't
but
know.
I also like Benjamin and Alexander as well.
I think I just really like MVP. So
yeah, it doesn't matter what he's doing.
Not only that, but like all four of those, the Hurt Business to put all four of those guys on a level on television that they were not on before.
Yes, thank God. Like Lashley and that marriage to Lana was just death every week.
That happened.
Okay. Here's my thing about that storyline is that
of
you
course
can say
Blake
it's bad.
defends it.
No, you can say it was bad all you want, but you cannot deny that it got Rusev over again.
Did you hear what the original idea for that to be played out was?
No, but tell me.
According to, well, you're gonna say.
I think I know what you're talking about, but
yeah. Miro on Twitch was talking about the original plan was for him to have erectile dysfunction, and then eventually get that recovered, and then become a sex addict.
Wow.
And
no, he said it on AEW Unrestricted.
Oh, I thought it was on like his Twitch or something.
God.
No, that was another story he told about Rusev Day, but I'll do that after. What he said was the night they did that thing where Lana accused him of being a sex addict. It was originally going to be, Rusev has erectile dysfunction, and Rusev just went up to Vince and was like, "Dude, I cannot recover from that. Don't make me do this." He managed to convince Vince to change it to just he's a sex addict or some.
No, Graves had Lashley on his podcast. He was like last week or something, and even Bobby Lashley was talking about it. Like, oh God, I don't know. He's like his idea was maybe it was like a way for them to see if they could trust him. That's the way he put it.
Sure,
WWE wanted to see if they could trust him and for him not to just run off to MMA again. Apparently,
yeah. If he could try to like get saddled with kind of like a shit kind of gimmick and see what he can get out of it.
Yeah.
Come on, they already saddled him with fucking the Sami Zayn and like the Lashley sisters.
that was fucking horrible.
Hasn't he suffered enough?
Was that around when he was? Was that around when all Lashley was doing was like the ass slapping or?
Yeah. That was before that.
Oh,
before that was the old Rush.
He's had a lot of weird fucking gimmicks since he's come back. Eh?
Yeah.
The ass slapping with Leo Rush. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I think the main positive I'll say about the Rusev Lana Lashley storyline is that all three of them were clearly trying very fucking hard to make it work.
Like,
oh yeah.
Like that must have been clearly like Vince McMahon must have went to Urban Dictionary, found the definition of the word cuck, and then decided to do a thing with Rusev and Mike Bennett concurrent.
No.
Like that was
Mike
at
Bennett,
the
hey?
Yeah, that was at the
Mike
exact
Bennett.
same time.
Oh yeah. And
He got
after
cut pretty hard,
Rusev
yeah.
debuted, after Miro debuted in AEW, I saw a meme that said it was like Miro with Kip Sabian and Penelope Ford. He was like, "What that moment when it's your turn to be on the other end of a cuck angle."
Oh God.
Oh, Mike Bennett. That's. Although I will say this, Maria Kanellis with the 24/7 title was like the funniest shit on Raw.
That was good
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, that was funny.
Just watching her order him around, and like when she took it off of him and basically is walking around the locker room like, who's gonna hit me?
Yeah, come on, hit the pregnant woman. I
Do
can
it. Yeah.
I really wish R-Truth would have did something, even though she's pregnant. But R-Truth would have made it work.
You know what? R-Truth draws a line. He'll invade Drake Maverick's hotel room while he's trying to like bang his wife. But like, if you're pregnant, no, he's still
No.
leave you alone.
No. He'll invade just as long as the baby hasn't been conceived yet. As soon as it's been conceived, then yeah.
And
Then,
that's
then you're
it.
fair game.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fuck, if R-Truth doesn't end up becoming a 100-time 24/7 champion, then what the fuck was the point of the title?
Right?
I demand he gets to triple digits. I demand it.
Yeah. It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
It,
Like,
it has to.
It's a little bit of a hot take on the internet. I don't think it's a hot take, so I'm not going to use it as my hot take. Does everybody here agree that R-Truth is a Hall of Famer?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Duh.
100%. Yeah. There hasn't been a comedy character that's been had the longevity that R-Truth has had.
Yeah. And even when he
And for the
did
age that he is
serious,
right
it was
now, right?
good. Like
Yeah.
he was in a main event program with John Cena, and
One of my
You know what?
fondest memories of like R-Truth was when him and Miz got their asses handed to them and arrested after, the whole gimmick when they broke into the Hell in a Cell and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Like that's
Yeah.
still vividly in my mind.
yeah.
And I think I was like 12 years old at that time. And it was like
I was at the
so
peak of their
Jesus
peak.
Christ,
Yeah.
I am fucking old.
Yeah, I know, right?
I
still
remember
remember
being
when they
so mad when they
re-signed
turned
R-Truth.
R-Truth babyface again. Like, they should have put that off way fucking longer because Awesome Truth was such good shit and they just ended out of nowhere.
Yeah.
he's like smoking cigarettes in the arena. It was amazing.
Oh, yeah, that was fucking
Yeah,
hilarious.
that was the best heel turn ever.
Just blatantly shoot break the law in his heel turn.
That's R-Truth for you. He's good stuff.
Oh man.
Is he the current 24/7 champion? I haven't really been paying
I
Yes.
think so.
Probably.
Yes?
Yeah.
It would either be
It's a safe
him,
bet.
Drew Gulak, or Tozawa. I don't know
Yes.
anymore.
Speaking of Tozawa, I think Tozawa is doing really well with this whole ninja gimmick he's been given.
He's trying his best.
He's really good in the ring. Like when I was watching him in
Oh, yeah.
205, he's super talented. But like
Yeah.
he took that ninja gimmick and actually made it entertaining.
I'm
where
so
it could've
sad
failed
that
miserably.
I'm so sad that they took the ninjas away because they kind of looked like Retribution originally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now he has no ninjas.
And then they had that fucking big black guy who was behind him.
Speaking
yeah,
of that,
I'm pretty-
that's another news story about Raw. Everybody's thoughts on the apparent cancellation of Raw Underground.
I don't think it's canceled yet. I think they're just like not doing it every week now.
They haven't done it for like 3 weeks now.
I expected it. It wasn't going to be something that was going to last a long time.
Yeah, I mean,
I thought it was
didn't
going to
think
go longer than it did, but I didn't think it was going to last.
Yeah, I didn't think it had much of
Yeah.
a shelf life. I thought like the moment they can get fans back into the arena, then Raw Underground is done. But
Yeah.
or maybe
Give it
before
a
that. But
week before Shane starts SmackDown Underground.
yeah, a lot of people
Oh,
shit
God.
on Raw Underground, but I will say, at first I fucking loved it because like it was just like them just shooting on jobbers and laying their shit in.
I mean, if
But like after a while, that'll get old.
yeah, like I would have liked it to be more of Josh Burnett's Bloodsport rather than like 2-minute like jobber squashes kind of like. I mean, not even 2-minute, like 30-second like
30
jobber
seconds of just
destructions.
Killing them, yeah.
I don't know. I think there was some Hall of Famer who said that. Maybe it was Ken Shamrock. I don't know. Somebody said something about how they should get people who actually know how to shoot fight to do it
Yeah, like
instead of having the wrestlers. Because, like, okay, Kevin Owens is an amazing wrestler, but seeing him against Aleister Black and Raw Underground isn't as.
it's the same
Yeah,
thing
feeling
with
to me.
like when they were doing that with like Riddick Moss, and I'm like looking at his background, like he was just a football jock. Like
Yeah.
if you put him like in Raw Underground against like say like Matt Riddle would eat his fucking lunch.
Oh, just
Yeah.
rip them apart for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah. So maybe guys like, I would like to see Daniel Bryan there.
yeah,
Daniel
Yeah,
Bryan would have
that
been
would
like
a good
like
guy to be
Gulak
there.
in there.
Gulak
and-
in there, yeah. People who actually know what they're doing to make it look more legit.
Like I liked when Ziggler was in there because he's like a legit like
Ziggler as
Olympic
well, yeah.
wrestler and
See, the thing is everybody was taking Raw Underground to be like WWE's like Bloodsport. when really it was just Shane McMahon starting his own Raw with like no ropes and strippers. Like that's what he was.
I'm gonna start my own
This
wrestling company with blackjack and hookers.
That's what it was.
Blackjack. Hold the blackjack.
Jesus Christ.
Hold the blackjack, just hookers. I think Raw Underground was marketed like it took the concept of like the blood sport idea, but was like, this is for all you Attitude Era marks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brawl for all.
Yeah.
Let's have shoot fighting here.
Yeah, I
Don't
mean,
even
yeah,
talk
it was
about- I am
basically just like a
still-
worked brawl for all here.
I am still so mad about the Brawl for All and the death of like Steve Williams push. Like
Yeah.
Did anybody watch the Dark Side of the Ring with the brawl for all?
That's how I figured it out. I didn't know it
Yeah.
existed until I watched that.
Oh yeah, because you're like going because you weren't even born yet, were you?
no,
I probably wasn't either. What was
Yeah,
that?
me and Blake probably weren't born yet.
Okay, so
The
they
Brawl
had
for
this
All was
brainchild.
a shoot boxing MMA tournament, and it was 100% shoot. And it was a vehicle to try to get Dr. Death Steve Williams over.
Yeah,
And then
so
in
it
the
was- it
second
was
round,
shoot.
Bart Gunn knocked him out.
Yeah, it was shoot, but it was meant to put somebody over.
Yeah.
But nobody got that message.
And it was also because apparently like Bradshaw was a dick backstage, and Vince Russo wanted to see Bradshaw get knocked out, so he did this tournament for that.
Yeah.
And if you watch the
Just
Dark
have a
Side of the
whole
Ring,
tournament on television to get one person fucked up.
yeah.
Yeah.
And if you watch the Dark Side of the Ring episode, which I highly recommend watching, it is literally just an hour of Vince Russo and Jim Cornette just fucking shouting at each other.
Oh my
Well,
god.
so was it
Bro,
basically
bro.
was it anything like the presidential debates? a couple years ago?
They're not live. It's all pre-recorded kind of stuff.
Okay.
So.
Recorded, yeah. You gotta watch it though. It's really good. Like
The Dark Side of the Rings are really good
you
documentaries.
learn a lot about the history of wrestling that you miss. Like who's that crazy bastard?
New Jack.
New Jack. Jesus
I-
Christ, that guy's
You know
insane.
nothing about New Jack until now. Oh.
No, I didn't. Oh my god.
Yeah, there's like a video on Wrestling Heels that went up like a month or so ago, and that's when I learned about New Jack. I'm like, wait, what the fuck?
He
My
is a
favorite
psychopath.
My favorite thing is WWE was gonna sign New Jack. They wrote a storyline for him. He was supposed to be this guy who stabbed Cena in a club.
Yeah, yeah.
And then they looked into it and they're like, okay, maybe we shouldn't sign New Jack.
Does anybody
There's
here
one thing
want
to have
Oh my
someone get
God.
stabbed in a storyline, but if you're gonna bring in a guy who will legit
Who will
stab
actually
somebody,
stab you?
Yeah.
will anybody here pay to see New Jack versus Vince Austin?
Yes.
oh Jesus,
100%. Doesn't
Yeah,
New Jack still
yeah.
work?
He does, yeah.
Yeah, right?
who's
Yeah.
booking him? Who the fuck
I don't know,
is
but we
booking
need to
New
get
Jack?
those guys in Red Deer to book him.
Yeah, they can't do
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Could you imagine being told, all right, you're working a singles match with New Jack?
Oh God.
Oh no. Jesus
I quit the
Christ.
business.
I'd
Yeah.
turn
That's
that
it.
down.
Done.
I'm like, nope,
He'll
not
probably
happening.
come to the show coked up and then tell you that he's gonna throw you off the building. And if you don't, he'll stab you. That's basically how his matches go.
Yeah,
There's if
choose
you
your
go,
poison.
There's a YouTube video of like he's wrestling some like 65-year-old dude.
Gypsy
and nearly
Joe.
kills him.
Gypsy Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nearly kills him. Like
Yeah.
he's,
Start
like,
start
bleeding
stabbing him
to
in the
death.
ring.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's fucking psycho. I don't know who he wrestled that one cage match where he tried to toss the guy past the tables or something.
Vic Grimes.
Yeah.
Grimes,
Scaffold match.
Because
he tried to kill him.
Did they tell the story about how they got word that New Jack was going to murder Vic Grimes and they ended up moving the scaffold back? Because that was like the
He
thing,
was gonna
like
kill him.
yeah, he knew that he was going to overshoot
Yeah.
them, and then he was telling people. So then they moved the scaffolds back 5 feet without telling New Jack. So when he did it, Vic Grimes would at least like hit some of the ring.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy? How you could have
Yeah.
admitted to murdering somebody back then and people would have been like, all right, let's not get him out of here. How about let's just try to help the other
we'll
guy?
just protect the guy that
Yeah.
he's
We'll let him keep doing what he's doing.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. We have evolved in a good way, in my opinion.
Holy shit.
That being said, BEW, please book New Jack.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I want to see him versus Vince Austin.
No problem with BEW.
That's the light I need in my life right now.
So Blake or Ty, did you guys work the Red Deer show?
I was there,
I did
yes,
not.
sir.
I did not.
I was there.
How was it? I
How
heard
was
it was
it?
a bit of a shit show.
Yeah. Um,
Well, he's not gonna answer that question because he wants to get booked again.
so here's the thing.
I have no intentions of ever getting booked by anybody, so.
So here's the
Me
thing.
either.
I thought this show overall, the matches were pretty good.
Yeah.
There wasn't a lot of people there. I think it was probably less than our Bonneville show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was hard. But I guess the MPW crew were there. We had a lot of fun, just being with each other. But there was some, I don't know if you guys seen it online, but there was a little bit of tension there.
No, I did not see anything online. Are you going to elaborate?
Uh,
Bear in mind, we have about 10 viewers top.
Sure. So here's.
Oh, boy.
So it was Steven Styles versus the Canadian Goose and this guy named Throw, and it was like a handicap match or whatever.
That sounds handicapped.
a tag team match, yeah. And let's just say, yeah, for the tag titles. Let's just
Wait,
say
it was a
wasn't-
handicap match for the tag titles?
Yeah, I think
No.
Matt Hart was supposed to be there, but
There's a tag team. I just want them to know that there's a tag team in this chat right now,
yeah, me and Blake.
just in case.
Yeah, me and
Me
Blake.
and Blake.
Yeah.
Anyways, go
We're
on.
the internet tag team champions. It's fine.
But yeah, there was some clips in that match that wasn't the best to say. It wasn't.
I
It
saw
wasn't-
that match.
Yeah, it wasn't. There's some clips on Facebook. And it wasn't the best match, and a lot of people weren't happy with how it looked. So, aside from that, I had fun. I mean, I wrestled Coda. It was. I actually had a pretty good match with Coda, surprisingly.
Oh, very good.
Yeah, I had fun. It was good. I played like a very shitty heel, and it was fun. So I had.
Oh, you worked heel?
Oh yeah, I was heel.
Did you have the Mickey Mouse ears like you had last time?
No, I
you were
didn't.
in
No,
here?
we're never doing that ever again.
Ah,
Oh, I missed
Do
that.
it
That was,
again.
such
That's
a-
only
do
when
it
the
again.
only when the cat's meow comes back.
that was the same night that I Kyle O'Reilly'd you.
Yeah.
Hey Ty, if you were to work a match with a Fiend and then you lost, would you go back to being like the Cat's Meow Ty Jackson with the Mickey Mouse ears?
I think I would go back to like the Afro T.Y. Jackson, the one that,
Yeah.
the one that,
The
yeah, the
mean
one that,
face?
the mean face one. Yeah. Surprised that's lived longer than it was supposed to. I just decided one day, you know what? How about I just actually act in this match for once? And now it's a meme for the boys. So
yeah.
Oh, it's beautiful.
So should we get this back on track with like Impact or AEW?
There's never on track. Have you not figured this out at this point? Like
This is a
derail
train
ourselves
wreck.
all
We
the
have
time.
gone off the rails so quickly, so fast.
Yeah, now we're
already.
just shooting the shit here.
Yeah.
yeah.
We're gonna try to talk about this one thing in wrestling, and then we'll talk about 12 other things.
Then we got to New Jack for some reason.
Yeah. remember-
Yeah, Andrew's saying we spent an hour on Raw. How?
I mean, my uptime is an hour, but probably about 15 minutes of that was my starting screen. So
yeah. Well, see, that doesn't even count.
yeah,
And it hasn't even really been Raw, considering like unless New Jack's on Raw,
So
and we don't know
45
about it.
minutes on a show that none of us really, half
I
of us
didn't
did
even
not watch.
Yeah.
All
I
right,
saw
so-
the previous SmackDown side of the draft. That's the most recent wrestling I've seen.
yeah. So we
I like
did.
the end of this SmackDown, the one that was that SmackDown yesterday? Yeah, it
Yeah.
was yesterday.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Are we
old.
finally moving on to
Braun
SmackDown
Strowman.
now?
I think we're gonna do like go in the week in order. So like AEW Impact. Was there anything of note that happened on those shows?
I like Rusev's little
Or
promo that he
AEW
did.
Impact and NXT. Let's ball them all in together
I
here.
thought Cody and Orange Cassidy was good.
Yeah. I think
I thought the finish was fucking brilliant.
Did Cody get Orange Cassidy to tie up?
He did.
Very good.
He did it. And the finish was Cassidy's like mousetrap pin.
Mm.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, he there was a 20-minute time limit. He got that in, and the timer went off like right before the ref counted 3.
Yeah, it was like a time limit draw, right?
Yeah, Cassidy got totally dicked.
Ah,
Yeah.
so I imagine
Speaking
they're
of
going
Orange
back
Cassidy,
to Cassidy here.
Speaking of Orange Cassidy, by the way, I really like how they're changing Orange Cassidy to be more of a wrestler during this time than just being, because he's usually a guy who really needs the crowds. I would say his gimmick is very reliant on the crowd. So initially I was like, oh my god, is he still gonna do the same kind of gimmick, but like what he's been doing with Jericho and like him kind of becoming more of a wrestler now is good because now when he comes back, when the crowd comes back, I feel like it'll be much better for him instead of him trying to be the same character throughout this kind of pandemic, right?
Yeah.
It's also nice to see him adapt.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because that character had to grow, otherwise it was like
It would get
it was
stale.
only gonna
People will get
stay-
tired of it
It was going to
eventually.
stay relevant for only so long before everyone was like, "Oh, this guy just does nothing."
Yeah.
There was Archer versus Moxley for the AEW title.
Okay, but Archer versus Moxley was like they've done that match already, and like, not that it wasn't a great match in Japan, but like I felt like they were calling back to it a little hard.
Yeah, like I don't know how many people watched the match in New Japan.
Yeah.
Like I watched it, but like I'm a nerd and I only watch wrestling at like 4 a.m. So
Yeah, then after that
Everyone
match,
else is asleep.
I guess fucking Eddie Kingston and his faction sort of came out, started like celebrating with Moxley for way too long. He's like, okay, guys, just beat the shit out of Moxley. We all know you're going to. Just beat the shit out of him.
Yeah.
Just do it. Just drags on and on. Then he finally beats up Moxley. Like, holy shit, finally.
Okay,
I
so
can go to bed now.
my problem with Eddie Kingston's faction going after Moxley is, to me, it can't be Eddie Kingston going after Moxley, because after everyone who Moxley has defeated up until this point, including the match that he had with Archer, I don't buy Eddie Kingston as a threat to the title. To me, it's got to be Penta or it's got to be Rey Fenix.
yeah, I'm thinking Penta.
Yeah.
I think Penta has the biggest like star potential out of everybody there.
Yeah, and Eddie Kingston as the mouthpiece essentially at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I did love, as a big baseball fan, Eddie Kingston's Vladimir Guerrero Sr. jersey. Mwah.
I hated that, just in spite of you.
I still love you, Blake. I still love you. We will play Among Us one day.
I have it on my phone. Does that count?
It does. It does.
That's a step in the right direction.
Okay.
Okay, Among Us is on Steam, right?
It is. But you could also
Yes.
play it on your phone, and it's cross-play between phone and
I just
Steam.
can't really stream it if I'm. Anyway, I digress. Speaking of streaming, I'm gonna come out with this. I hate how hard AEW is leaning into Miro and his gaming. He's badass enough on his own without it. They really had an opportunity to make him into like a big star and a killer, and they're like, let's wreck my arcade machine. And
Although I wonder like how much of it is like Miro wants to just do that.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like it's leaning
'Cause
too hard into it. one
AEW
way
guys
or
have a
another.
lot more freedom.
How much of it do you think
creatively.
it like it's almost a dig to WWE that the WWE isn't allowing their guys to
Oh
profit
yeah.
off their own Twitch, and they're like, all right, well, we're gonna make sure everybody knows that we let our guys do stuff outside of
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, it absolutely is, and it doesn't really surprise me that Rusev be the one doing that, given
Yeah.
how much like he's talked about his time with WWE. Like, example, like if this happened to me, I'd be fucking salty as well. Did you guys listen to him talking about Vince's reaction to Rusev Day?
No. No.
Okay, so after Rusev Day got over as fucked, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an understatement.
It was
Yes.
very Zack Ryder in the way that it got over suddenly out of
Yeah.
nowhere.
And
yeah,
it-
exactly.
Like saying that it was over is an understatement when it was the biggest merch mover at the
Oh, yeah.
at the time in the company.
Yeah, so they got Rusev Day over. The T-shirts all sold out. Rusev talks to Vince. He talks about Rusev Day and how the fans are getting into it, and then Vince tells Rusev, "No, man, they're fucking with you." Like, wait, what? Wait, what? It's like, no, man, they're fucking with you. They're not. They're chanting Rusev Day to make fun of you. It's like, Vince,
What?
we sold.
Why are they buying the
sold out.
shirts?
Yeah, that's what he brought. That's what Rusev brought that up. He's like, "Sir, we sold out the T-shirt," and then Vince said, "Well, maybe they didn't make enough." It's like he was like, I couldn't imagine getting insanely over and then someone denying that I
Yeah,
was over.
and not just someone, your fucking boss just
Yeah.
shitting on it.
The one person whose opinion
Weird.
matters.
You hear
Yeah.
about all the stuff too with Aiden English as well, and how they were kind of like didn't want Aiden to get over. Like I know Rusev was talking about this one spot that they had where like Aiden wanted to do like a top rope con hilo or something, and they were literally like, no, like Aiden English cannot do this. He cannot he cannot be the star of the match basically.
Yeah.
Which was sad because I found like Aiden English was really the mouthpiece of Rusev Day. Yeah, Rusev was like the guy getting over, but Aiden was kind of the one
it was
taking
both of
control.
them.
That made it. It was
both of them
that made it.
Yeah. So it's
They
just
took it like they put Aiden English with Rusev as like, okay, whatever, it's something for both of them, whatever. And then they made it something special.
they were like,
Oh,
what?
they didn't
No, they weren't supposed to get over.
Yeah.
That's the mentality. So
No, it's the same Zack Ryder mentality.
Yeah, I'll never understand that mentality. It's like guys get over and then you just like nah, we didn't expect you to get over, so we're just gonna bury you. Like,
Yeah.
I don't get it.
I have no idea what that's like.
What, getting over? Me neither.
Yeah.
it's gonna take
Yeah,
a sip
more-
of
or
water.
getting over and management being unaware of how over you are.
Yeah, like when me and Blake used to tag, and
We
we
did.
never got an opportunity to shut up like so.
I agree. T.Y. Jackson and Blake should have won TLC.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the tag team we need right there.
Yeah.
All right, we got a question for the panel. Do we think how AEW uses his women's division is poor? I've seen nothing but complaints about on Twitter how there was only one women's match on the show that went only like 10 minutes.
I'm gonna be honest. There's not really much about the AEW women's division that stands out to me personally.
It's-
Like I like Sheeta, Nyla Rose, Britt Baker, and that's kind of it.
I like Statlander when she's healthy.
No.
Oh yeah, her too, but she's also been off TV for so long
Yeah.
that I kind of
Like
almost forgot about her.
AEW's women's
Hate to say
division
it, but-
is a distant third behind Impact and WWE.
I forget that Evilise is there, and that's unfortunate.
Or, no, let's be real. It's a distant third behind Impact and NXT because NXT has a really good women's division
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
WWE itself,
I mean, at the top, there's nothing bad. There, the WWE has the best like tippy top. Like depth, I feel is Impact.
yeah.
All
It has, like,
around
the-
is probably NXT.
Yeah, like the four horsewomen are by far some of the best in women's wrestling right now in the world, but they don't have like the rest of the roster. On the other hand, is,
Yeah.
like
Like
very
they're
distant. They're
like
not
their
bad, but they're
women's
distant.
like
They're
their
not even
women's
remotely
tag team
close to that.
division. Their
Yeah.
women's tag team division is an absolute joke.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
But then, I mean, the same thing could be said. Like AEW has all these talented women signed, and this is no slight against this because the match was so good. But then they go out of their way to grab Thunder Rosa from NWA to have a match with Sheeta.
Mm.
And like, there are more than enough talented women that they've signed that they have on that roster that probably could have benefited from that ring time from that highlight with Sheeta. But instead, they put it on somebody who doesn't work for them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like you were saying, like they have Ivelisse and Diamante, who just won that tag tournament, and they didn't do anything to follow up with that.
Yeah. I mean, like, other than like hanging out in Dark Order segments, why are we not rebuilding Anna Jay in the ring?
Mm.
Right? Because with the Dark Order presence, could she not be a threat to Sheeta? Because if she's not on the same ring level, she's got like 12 guys at ringside with her. I feel like that seems,
That'll even the odds a little
that
bit.
evens your odds, right?
Yeah.
Because if Brody Lee clotheslines her head off, I mean, like, there's...
I feel like this is the problem that everybody said AEW was gonna have, but nobody really believed it initially. Was the kind of overall product, right?
Mhm.
I guess people are now seeing how hard it is to put together a TV show.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people shit on WWE, and I shit on it a lot as well. But like AEW is not, they're doing the same thing, but they're neglecting some people, right? And that's just what happens when you have a show that's only has a limited amount of time, right? They kind of put their priorities in places, and where are their priorities right now, right? Well, the top star, which is sad, but that's kind of the reality of the situation. So people step back and looked at AEW as like a growing promotion instead of being this fighting like WWE killer, then people are going to start to understand it more.
Yeah, like
It-
honestly, I think like the main thing with AEW was right before Dynamite started, like people saw Double or Nothing, and they're like, "Oh, finally, we have like a wrestling show that's not going to disappoint us every fucking week like Raw does." They were expecting perfection right out the gate.
Oh yeah. They were
And a
setting
lot
the
of
bar
things
way
like
too high.
the pandemic really hurt AEW, especially in their women's division. Because Kenny invested a lot into a lot of the Japanese women's wrestlers who
Yeah.
aren't able to make it over to wrestle for them right now.
Yeah.
And then they have like Neville, who's in England right now. And that hurts not having him.
Oh, it does. That's what caused the whole Eddie Kingston group.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right,
because they didn't have Death Triangle anymore, which
Yeah.
could have been really dope.
Speaking of
The
AEW, did you
name
guys
was a
hear?
little, but like the group itself was really cool.
I love the name.
Did you guys hear that WWE potentially is picking up Benjamin Carter?
I did hear that.
I heard
Miro
that.
mentioned on
Yeah.
like Twitch or something that he went over to the dark side or something
dark
like
side.
that.
I really like Benjamin Carter. I really thought he was going to be somebody that AEW signed, but I'm surprised that the Fed was able to pick him up before they signed him.
Hopefully, if AEW has any sort of like lasting legacy, I'm hoping that it gets like wrestlers paid more. Because I hope that like
Yeah.
Ben Carter got a real good deal for the WWE for going to them over AEW. Like I'm
He
hoping
better,
that he
but
got
he
a couple
probably
extra
did.
couple extra
Probably
bucks
did.
out of that.
Like if I got the chance to choose between the two, like it's like, okay, I want money. I'm getting paid today. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
There's
Like you
also
could
a
go to
video
like
that-
you could go to your WWE and then negotiations. You'd be like, AEW
Yeah.
has like this offer tabled for me. They're gonna put me on TV. Blah 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 blah. Like 4 years ago, like the only thing is like, yeah, TNA has this offer for me, and then it would like go pound sand. We don't fucking care about TNA.
Yeah,
There's
right.
also a video that came out with that whole statement, and I think it was Benjamin when he was playing soccer when he was younger. His quote unquote, he was like, "My dream is to wrestle for WWE."
Mm.
So I think he was. There's some people who just want to go to WWE, and AEW
That's
was
okay.
maybe his stepping
Yeah.
point, which is why I think even if AEW probably offered him a better contract, maybe money wise, I think the fact that he just wanted to go to WWE initially was going to make him go there.
Yeah.
Right?
Speaking of WWE, did you guys also hear that apparently Tessa Blanchard might be going to NXT?
That's not
That's
surprising.
not,
Wouldn't
I mean-
surprise me. Like,
It would have been it would have happened eventually.
Yeah.
Here's the thing though. If Tessa just gets signed to WWE, do you think she should be winning men's titles
no.
instead of going for women's?
Not
Because I mean,
not
if
right
you're
off the
going
rip.
if you're going for the your Impact World Champion, right? Does that does that power translate over, or is it almost like she's starting fresh now?
In
She-
in the world, in the eyes of the WWE, I don't think Impact really exists. When
Yeah.
they talk about AJ Styles, they talk about his Japan accomplishments really
Japan, fair
exclusively.
enough.
And you got to remember,
They
at
don't
the
actually
end of the day-
mention New Japan exclusively.
Yeah.
They just say that he wrestled
Japan.
in Japan.
Yeah,
Japan.
they don't even mention like TNA doesn't exist in WWE's eyes.
Yeah, and WWE is still run by Vince. So do you really think? I mean, the closest he's ever come was like China and the IC title. Like he's not gonna.
Well, I'm
He's
talking more
not
about
gonna-
NXT. Down
it
from
doesn't. It
Triple
doesn't
H.
matter. Vince will take a look at it and be like, no.
Maybe 205 Live. Maybe the cruiserweight title. I think they could see her like maybe in the cruiserweight division.
Maybe.
Maybe.
That's
But
still a
I don't
reach, in my
see
opinion.
I don't see
That's
them
still a
doing that.
reach.
She's
Oh.
not. She's not going over on Roman. That's for sure.
Yeah, I don't see like over. If it would be anybody, it would be Charlotte. It would be like Charlotte or Shayna Baszler would be the two that were to be like wrestling men.
Just beats the Fiend at WrestleMania. Tessa Blanchard.
Debuts and beats the Fiend.
Yeah. At Mania,
Yeah.
they just strap that rocket to Tessa. They're like, nah, fuck it.
Fuck it. Yep.
Yeah. I think like the only reason like people like don't really want to see Tessa go to WWE is the elephant in the room.
Her
She's got a
massive
lot of-
attitude issues and racism.
Yeah. she's got a lot of heat.
Oh
I-
god.
I don't know like how much like
More heat than Lars
Truth?
Sullivan though.
I
holy
don't know.
shit.
I feel what's best. I feel the best thing, like, I don't want to speak for Tessa, but I think the best thing for her is maybe to go to AEW and be around her dad all the time, to like have her dad kind of keep her under control.
Maybe.
Not a bad idea.
Maybe.
But does AEW want her though?
That's the thing. Like they probably might not want to do anything.
Like they might look at those allegations from back in January and like,
there's too much baggage there. For
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like we'll pass.
But then she'll go to the WWE and they don't fucking care.
They still put,
Like,
they
hey.
still put,
I mean,
they still put
Velveteen
Dream
Dream
and
is still
Sullivan
there.
on TV.
Velveteen
Dream,
Dream's there. Lars Sullivan's kicking around.
Lars Sullivan, Jesus Christ.
He's like, hey, did you
that
forget
guy,
about
that
me?
guy was just something else.
Lars Sullivan can't go a week without fucking doing something. Like,
Yeah.
what a fucking guy.
He's already back, and I'm just like, I already want
like
him off my
what
TV.
did he do?
Oh,
like
God.
not too long after he like came back to SmackDown,
He was like
2 days
he was being
later,
creepy to like yoga instructors.
Yeah,
he was like, I just love your legs. Like,
I think they have to take that freak name off of him because I think he's
No,
trying to
he's-
live the gimmick at this
He's a
point.
freak.
he's
Yeah.
accurate.
He's a shoot freak, yeah. But they're enabling him by calling him do what you do.
Yeah, and then some of the shit that he posted on Reddit like 10 years ago, wherever the fuck it was. Like,
I was on bodybuilding.com.
yeah, like whatever it was. Like if someone posted something like 10 years ago, I'm like, okay, like don't like let them off the hook, but at the same time, it's been 10 years. People can grow and change in 10 years.
Well, I think after you do that, you apologize, but then you move on. You don't do that stuff again.
Yeah, you don't
Yeah.
you don't double down
Continuously.
on it.
I
Doing
agree.
it.
I mean,
Right?
Him being
remember,
like creepy to yoga instructors isn't exactly the same as a lot of stuff he posted before, in my
no,
opinion.
but even still, it was like a week after he's back on TV, and then it's
Like-
like, oh look, he's doing it again.
Like
Yeah.
Lars, my guy, get a burner account. Like seriously.
Yeah.
Like, if you're gonna
Vince
do
will
this shit,
forgive him.
find a burner account. Don't use it on like at Lars WWE.
Yeah, right.
Even
Vince
she
will
was.
forgive him because look at him. Like that's what it is. Like
Yeah.
here's the thing. His stuff, like the stuff he posted like 10 years ago, they're like, okay, we'll sweep it under the bridge. It's okay. We'll keep. But Zara Schreiber just got straight up fired.
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I mean, comparatively, they're about equal. It all depends on like where the office stands behind you.
Yeah.
They don't care about any off the clock things, I feel. Unless you're trying to make money on Twitch, then they really care.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
yeah.
they're like, what
It's
the
because you're
fuck?
trying to make money.
Yeah.
The
Like-
fuck is this?
What the fuck
Like-
is this?
Success on your own? No.
Grooming
Thank God the
children
NPW
broke.
office barely knows what
Streaming
Twitch
Among
is.
Us woke in the WWE's world here.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when I was talking about the stuff from 10 years ago, there was one thing I wanted to bring up specifically. Apparently, Lars Sullivan claimed that he banged Ronda Rousey like long before either one of them were famous.
Yep.
Oh my
I
god.
wonder if those posts were made like concurrently with his like Pornhub days here.
Oh, we
I
don't
don't know.
talk about what's his
Mitch
guy's
Bennett
name?
or whatever it is.
Mike. No, not Mike Bennett. Don't do Mike Bennett dirty like that.
No, it's like Mitch Bennett or
Oh,
something.
Mitch Bennett. There you go.
Mitch Bennett. That either sounds like a porn name or like a
That's just
pastor's
funny.
son.
Did you guys see that Triple H liked one of the tweets when Lars
Yeah.
returned?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Which one?
It was like somebody posted it's like my favorite Lars Sullivan match, and it was like from his like porn video.
It was a
And,
screenshot,
and,
yeah.
and Triple H
liked it.
liked the tweet.
Yeah. And then like
Oh my
very
God.
quickly afterwards, like unliked it.
Yeah.
but the internet already had it at that
Already
point.
had it. Yeah. That's funny.
Oh my god.
Triple H just doesn't give a fuck.
Look, I remember like a couple of days before that broke, it's like I was reading like some of like the homophobic stuff. It was like, oh gee, this ain't good. And all of a sudden, oh shit, he's gay for pay.
Yeah. Oh, Lars.
Like
Lars, you
like
had-
nobody here
Like,
is
was
like
did he
trying
just
to
need
diss Lars
money,
for
or
doing
was he
gay
just,
for
like,
pay.
in denial.
Yeah.
Because that's
Like-
the thing with a lot of like homophobes is that they're in denial.
Yeah. Like, I don't think anybody here is dissing Lars for doing gay for pay when he was, like, in college. Everybody is dissing him for doing that while being extremely homophobic.
He's gonna be
Yeah.
homophobic. Yeah. Yeah. But it's tough now because
Well,
now
let's
you
be
can
real.
never.
Even without the homophobic post, if that broke out, like people would still make fun of him.
See, but the issue is that like people
Not
forgot
us,
about
but, like-
people forgot about Lars for a while because he was injured, right?
Yeah.
But as soon as he came back on TV, nobody was like, "Oh, it's Lars Sullivan." It's like, the Mitch stuff started coming up again. So
Yeah, it's like,
he's
oh,
always
Mitch
just gonna
Bennett
be
debuted.
associated with that.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know. It's just, in my opinion, I'm like, you kind of have to like that stuff's already solidified. So stop DMing women,
Yeah, like
being a creep, and adding more BS to your life, right?
Keep your damn nose clean for like 2 weeks here.
Yeah, just
No,
for a
Mitch
minute.
Bennett.
Keep your leg fetish to yourself.
Or like I said, get a fucking burner account. Don't use your official Lars
Yeah,
WWE
Ronda
account
Rousey.
to be a
That
creep
is
to women.
hilarious.
Part of me wonders if that's actually true or not. I shouldn't care, but like, part of me wonders.
Or Jeff Hardy had to get squashed by him, hey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! What the fuck were we talking about?
We were talking about Impact,
Lars Sullivan.
NXT, and AEW kind
Wait,
of squeezed.
how
Then we
how
started
did
turning
we
into
go
Lars Sullivan's
from
gay porn.
AEW and Impact to Lars Sullivan's gay porn.
It's us.
Same way we went from Raw to New Jack.
Yeah,
It
like,
happens.
come on, Blake. We've been doing this long enough now that you know where this rabbit hole leads.
Yeah, we're not doing any sort of in-depth analysis here. That's for sure.
You know what? The internet is full of in-depth analysis. Okay, we offer fresh perspectives on things that have already happened.
Yes, thank you, moderator. We started talking about Tessa Blanchard, and then we like went down a rabbit hole. Here.
There we go.
There it
People
is.
with allegations and creepy
Yeah,
stuff.
Yeah.
Tessa
Yes.
was
Okay,
the
there it is.
snowball that led to Lars. Okay.
Okay, fair enough.
But speaking of like going back to Impact and like for women wrestling men's titles, we have Jordan Grace going for the X Division title.
Yes.
Oh
And I
yeah.
love everything about her and Rohit Raju right now.
Mhm.
Rohit is such. It's refreshing to see in an era where every heel tries to be cool, to see somebody being like a good, like cocky chicken shit heel on TV.
Yeah, greasy heel. My
Yeah.
favorite was a couple weeks ago when one of the Rascals won like a #1 contenders match, and then Rohit came out and immediately it's like, okay, we're cashing in now, and then beat
Yeah,
him in
it's your
like
match
10
right now.
seconds.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That was what he pulled on Jordan Grace, where it was like, oh, congratulations, you beat me, but the challenge was never for the title.
Yeah.
So good job, you got your win. It was a very Blake Cannon thing to do.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
But low key, Bound for Glory is looking like a good show.
Oh yeah, of course it is.
Yeah.
When you said low key, I thought you were talking about Caval for a second.
Oh,
I was like,
geez, yeah.
God.
Loki.
Oh, God.
Back? Is he still working the Hitman gimmick?
Oh, probably. I wouldn't be surprised.
The Agent 47 gimmick?
I feel it is kind of high key. Like, Bound for Glory is going to be a good show. Like, that
You know
the
what's
tag
gonna be-
team match
you know
is going to be good. The X Division match is going to be good. I would have.
Chopamania 2 is going to be good.
Yes.
Oh, Talking Shop is amazing. Talking Shop Mania 1 was the best thing I've ever seen in my life. It was.
Okay,
That-
I never watched it, but I heard it was like bad on purpose.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
They gave away spoilers to the whole show in the beginning.
Yeah.
Right out of the gate.
Yeah. From what I
Yeah,
heard,
this is gonna get leaked out, so we might as well
Yeah.
just tell you now.
Yeah.
from what I heard, Talking Shopomania was basically like if a $5 wrestling show had good wrestlers on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like if Southpaw Regional Wrestling was real.
It was real. Yeah.
Hmm.
The Boneyard match. That
The
was the best.
Boneyard
Oh,
match.
it was amazing. And they just had.
So what
Yeah,
are
keep
what are they
working.
doing for Talking Shopomania 2? They're doing like another Chad Too Bad and Sex match, aren't they?
Or Sex Ferguson? Yeah, I don't know.
Sex Ferguson.
Probably.
Like it had some sort of goofy like gimmick name as well. It wasn't the Boner Yard 2, but I
Well, they
imagine
had the
my
social distancing
Oh.
battle royal in the last
Oh,
one.
yeah.
That was really good.
Oh,
Ball-
and
balls-
it says a ball for a ball match.
yeah, ball for a ball match, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
So they have to extract one of the testicles.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Oh my god. I usually
T.Y.
can't sit
Jackson,
through.
I hereby challenge you to a ball for a ball match.
I think I already
Road
won
to
it. This, I
Retribution
think I
13.
already won this one, Blake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's going to be the Ripper title match for Danny.
Yeah.
Yeah. All for a ball.
Pitch
But,
pitch that to Massive here.
I usually can't sit through like all of like a whole wrestling show, but that was probably the only show in like years that I've actually watched the whole like 2 hours or whatever it was.
Because the whole thing is fun. Wrestling's supposed to be
Hilarious.
fun.
Oh
And a
my
lot of
God.
times people take it too seriously, and that's not fun.
Yeah.
I like that the Good Brothers don't take themselves too seriously.
It's so great.
Yeah. I love listening to their talking shop, like their podcast before. It was the best. They had this one with Jericho recently, and it was hilarious because like there's no uniformity to it. Everybody interrupts each other.
Yep.
Luke Gallows is drunk before the show even starts.
Sounds a lot like this show
It's
here.
amazing.
Yeah, it's very similar to how this
It's amazing. Yeah.
It is a much more successul version of this show.
The best show.
Basically.
We tried to do a wrestling show and then we ended up ripping off Gallows and Anderson by accident. Oops.
Yeah.
Yeah. So did anybody watch any of the collective shows this weekend or last weekend?
No, but one of our faithful viewers went to some of them, or all of them.
Yeah, I wasn't too sure. I was always interested with how that turned out. Are you able to buy like one ticket for each show, or was it like a la carte, or?
I don't know. That's a question for I don't
Val.
know,
She mentions that she went to all of them. Now, did you have to pay like the $20-$30 for each show, or did they have like a ticket package where you had like a voucher or something for
Right.
everything?
Oh, she's just lurking in my stream, commenting in yours. I see how it is.
Well, I have the high quality in my stream here, so
Yeah, like
Yeah,
I remember
except
last
that
time I
between-
listened to your stream when we did this, like your audio was kind of like messed.
I was listening to mine just a few minutes ago, and I've corrected the situation. Number one. Number
Okay.
two, I'm the one of this tag team that actually wrestles.
I have never
Hey,
claimed
hey,
that
Cro-
I was a wrestler. I am
Hey,
I
how
am
many times
at
has Crowder
best-
taken heat for you, Jules?
at best a wrestling manager.
That takes heat
Yes.
every match.
I'm just gonna put a F in the chat here.
All right, so you could buy
F2.
tickets individually, or you could buy a general admission pass to all of them.
F. Oh, you
There
put it
was-
in like
there was
our
some
fucking
fun stuff.
Zoom chat.
Oh yeah, I
That's
put
even
I
better.
I
in the
put it
shoot
in
chat.
Crowder. I put the F in Crowder stream.
Oh no, I put it in
Ah,
the
that
shoot
works
chat.
too. So yeah, like I really wanted to watch. I think it was one of Joey Janela's spring break show. Was Ace? Or I think it was Leo Rush versus Leo Moriarty, and I have heard so many good things about Moriarty that I'm wanting to check that out.
Can you pronounce his name one more time for me?
Moriarty.
Ah, that's good. Okay,
Say it 5 times.
No.
I stuttered like Blake here.
Yeah, donate bits in my chat, and we'll talk here.
Yeah.
But yeah, like the collective was basically what wrestling should be. It was a bunch of fun. It was a bunch of indie wrestling. It was a bunch of different styles. It was apparently it was like Danhausen all weekend. So
Yeah. Was there did Invisible Man or Invisible Stan make their return?
I don't know. That could be. They might have been in the battle royal.
Yeah.
Like if anything, they were probably in that clusterfuck battle royal.
Hey, you two. Have either of you seen Invisible Man versus Invisible Stan?
So
Yes,
good.
I'm the one who showed that match to you.
Oh, that's
Is that
right.
the clip of that guy getting chokeslammed by nobody?
No.
No,
It
this was
literally-
two invisible wrestlers wrestling each other,
Yeah.
and it had the referee doing all the selling.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was Joy Janela. repping
Yeah,
that
isn't
match.
Janela the ref?
No,
think so.
it was. I think it was like the guy that I think he's an AEW ref now. I think it was the bald AEW ref was the
Okay.
referee.
Wait, Invisible Member. Okay, I found it.
You need to watch it. It's the best match It's the best match I've never seen.
Yeah, like honestly, like I remember we did a spot where like one of the invisible guys like jumped off the top of the
Bryce
balcony
Remsburg.
Yeah, the
onto
balcony
the-
dive.
onto the invisible man on the ground, and the fans fell down and sold it.
Yeah.
I was like, this is okay. This is okay. And then they gimmicked a table spot out of two invisible men going through a table. That fucking made the match for me. I was like, this is fine. But then after the table spot, I was 100% on board with that idea.
Oh yeah, I love how like Invisible Stan came out of the curtain and the fans immediately started chanting "Fuck you, Stan."
Oh, it's the balcony spot. That's what I'm watching. Oh God, that's amazing.
I was on board at the balcony spot. That's what did it for me.
Like for that
I
balcony
remember
spot, they
I
had a
brought
bunch of
that
like
match
security
up to you,
bump
and
as
when
well,
I heard
right?
that you had never seen it, I was first like, okay, first of all, how? I'm like, that's it. I'm using my precious data on my phone to
That
show
is
you this right
that
now.
is genius.
Yeah,
The
That
fact
is
they
what
pulled that
indie
off
wrestling is
impressive.
all about.
yeah.
You also have to have like the right crowd for that match.
Oh yeah,
That's true.
Yeah, you couldn't do that with our
completely
crowd.
reliant on the right
Yeah, we
fans.
couldn't do it with our crowd. They would
It would not work.
No.
lose their minds.
Although, Spooky Bonanza once did wrestle himself, so I mean, anything is possible.
Oh yes, good old Spooky Bonanza.
Who
Oh,
was it? Was
spooky.
it Kota Ibushi who wrestled a fucking blow up doll?
And
Yeah.
Kenny, that blow up doll is an actual wrestler in DDT.
Oh my
Like
Oh, yeah,
that
that's right.
wrestler,
Like,
I
is a
believe.
roster member.
I believe that wrestler has also been in like the Clusterfuck Battle Royals.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Kenny
like
Omega wrestled like a
Hukaleu or
child
something.
before.
I cannot pronounce the name, but
Oh
Okay.
yeah, Kenny Omega wrestled a 9-year-old girl.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I
shoot
love that
child.
match. That
Yeah.
match is so good.
Good.
That's
yeah.
like surprisingly good. But I have to wonder who the fuck decided to train a 9-year-old girl.
and that
She can work,
9-year-old
work.
girl grew up to be Io Shirai.
Yeah,
Dun
sure.
dun dun.
And now you know
No fact
the
check.
rest of the
No.
story.
Yeah. No fact checking.
Yeah,
Wait,
that's
so-
right.
Wait a second. Andrew's saying,
We control our narrative
Andrew
here.
is saying, didn't the blow up doll hold a title in DDT?
It probably held that like that 24/7 title that had been like
Oh,
defended in
Could you
dreams.
imagine being told, "Hey man, you're gonna drop the title to a blow up doll"?
I'd do it.
Not putting him over, brother.
I'll put him over strong.
Yeah,
Yeah, put him over strong.
it held the Iron Man Heavy Metal Weight Championship.
Yeah. Which everybody
Solid.
held. I'm pretty sure I saw people like sneaking up on each other while they slept.
Yeah, that title had changed hands in a dream sequence one time, so
Oh yeah, that's right.
Well, like the guy who won the belt, like infiltrated the fucking person's dreams. Like it used fucking
it's like a
Dream Eater
Freddy
from
Krueger
Pokemon.
kind of thing.
that watching all that stuff was everything I wanted when we had 24/7 rules on the Ripper title.
Yeah, I missed
I
that.
Remember,
I,
I once had the idea of putting the Ripper title on my little sister, but like, I'm like, no, what? I feel like people might not like this.
I would have done it.
the,
I already caught heat because of the whole Riot Roth thing, so I mean I can't say anything.
Yeah.
I was so disappointed that I didn't have my time to do my one only idea that I've ever had in MPW. I wanted when TY was the champion, I wanted to cut him a check when I was still privileged James Crowder to win the title. And immediately he takes the check because he's like a rookie or whatever at that time. Gives me the title. I walk away, immediately lose the title. TY bails out, and I'm running after him. TY, don't cash the check.
That's amazing.
That's literally my only idea I've ever fucking had, and we didn't have
And then I
time.
get-
And then immediately after that, you post TY posted a picture on Instagram. Was like, look at my brand new Xbox. Thanks, Crowder.
I
Yeah,
take Blake's
thanks-
car that I
thanks,
stole to
Crowder,
the
yeah.
bank.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun when I remember doing that with Blake, and we did it somewhere in Leduc. And
In front of the Canadian brew house.
instead of the brew house, and everybody's sitting there eating. This is like summertime, right? And they just see me just beat the shit out of Blake, steal his car, and drive away. And everybody's like,
What the fuck is happening?
just. And keep in mind, we are in Leduc. And
Everyone's
I
like,
look how I look, and Blake looks how he looks.
people are like,
And I
we
stole
should
his
probably
championship
fucking,
and his car.
we should probably call the cops on this.
Yeah, exactly. And then they just see me drive back, and then I just like hug Blake, and they're like, "What the fuck is going on?" It was great. Good times.
All right.
I'd
So
love to have been like on the patio watching that with no context while it happens.
Yeah.
all right. So now let's attempt to talk about SmackDown.
Yeah, we'll get
Oh
there.
yeah, this is a wrestling podcast.
Yeah.
We're talking about wrestling.
Yeah,
throughout the
we're
week.
live here.
Yeah, that's right. What happened on SmackDown?
There was the New Day match,
We
which
don't talk about.
I
the
heard-
New
I
Day
heard
match.
was
I'm gonna
quite
start
good.
crying.
We can't not talk about New Day.
Yeah, I'm gonna cry.
The bar reunion.
that was the main story. The bar reunion
that
was
was
the
what's-
main story of that match.
Yeah, forget the New Day. It was the bar reunion, the mini reunion that we got for 1 minute because Sheamus is off to Raw.
Hashtag fuck Shinsuke.
Right?
You leave Shinsuke alone, goddammit.
Poor Shinsuke.
Poor Shinsuke. Yeah.
That's a guy I would love to have seen in Raw Underground, legitimately kicking the shit out of people.
Yeah.
Sasha and Bailey had their contract signing, right?
Oh yeah.
Something like that.
Which is probably the best contract signing they've done in, I don't know, a decade. Because they're always lame ass segments, but like the chemistry the two of them have, the fire behind the rivalry, like everything building to the anticipated title change, like everything about it was good.
I also love how Sasha kind of kept her new gimmick, and she's not reverting back to the old Sasha Banks.
Yeah.
Because I thought initially that, they're just gonna take her back to or change her music back and stuff, but the fact that she still has personality to her, and it's almost like it's not like a heel versus face thing. It's like just two people who thought they were friends, and now they basically both backstab each other because they thought one was gonna do it before the other, right? So
it turned into a game of Among Us here.
Yeah, a game of Among Us. Basically. Yeah.
Everything is Among Us and Stadia with you.
Yep, sure is. You're not wrong.
I'm trying to remember what else happened.
Then apparently Roman Reigns wrestled Braun Strowman.
Yes, he did.
So what's next for what are they going to do with what does everybody think we're going to do with Braun Strowman in the next few weeks here?
He's gonna go with Keith Lee, I think.
Yeah.
He's gonna have
Keith
a feud with him, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that last segment with Jey Uso and Roman.
Yeah.
That story just keeps getting better and better.
Yeah.
Well, that's now they're doing a rematch Hell in a Cell, right?
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
that's gonna be great.
Mm-hmm. And the whole Roman just being a douchebag and go ahead and hit me, turns around and gives him the chair.
Yeah.
And then it's just the Roman character. As much people say it's a heel turn, I don't say it's more of a personality shift than a heel turn. Because if he was a real heel, he would just kind of beat the shit out of his cousin, not really care about him, right? But it's kind of hard because you see Roman, he's like, oh well, I care about you and I love you, but he has that agenda. But you also feel that he is genuine and he does care about him, and it's just so many different layers to it where you can't really choose a set.
It's one of the better stories that they are telling and presenting right now, for sure.
I think that's why SmackDown has the hype going on, because they're doing the Bailey Sasha and the Roman Uso thing, and those are both two interesting stories that Raw doesn't really have any sort of analog to.
Yeah, SmackDown's been much better than fucking Raw these past couple months. By far.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And you guys kind of find it weird how they kind of just brought the whole Rey Mysterio feud and just all right, let's just put them all on SmackDown.
Yeah, they just picked them up and dropped them on SmackDown.
Let's put them all on SmackDown now.
I would have liked to see that kind of end and just move towards Buddy Murphy and Seth Rollins, but
yeah.
Which apparently finally imploded on SmackDown.
Yes, they had Murphy do the V trigger to Seth Rollins and tried to shake Ray and Dominic's hands, and Ray and Dominic were having none of that.
I mean, I don't blame them.
Makes kind of sense.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I took part in having your eye fucking removed from its socket, Ray.
I'm
sorry.
My bad.
Take my hand.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm
for
gonna go
blinding.
bang your daughter.
I'm sorry. Yeah, exactly.
At least they kind of
you.
At least they kind of swept that under the rug, I feel.
Yeah.
I feel bad for Murphy.
Yeah.
I mean, on one hand, I do,
what's he gonna do
because he deserves a lot more. Yeah. But on the other hand, he's in a program with Seth Rollins, who's one of the biggest stars in the WWE in the last 5 years.
Yeah, but I mean, you got to think of, unless they do something different, there's a holding pattern for stuff like this. So for a guy like Murphy who's been spinning his wheels for so long, I as a WWE fan, I'm trained to expect that he's gonna, especially with all the other losses he's eaten, he's gonna eat as many losses to Seth Rollins as they possibly want to give him, and then he's gonna keep spinning his wheels. This is what I'm conditioned to believe. I'm hoping it's not the case, but this is what I know, because this is what I know that they do.
Yeah. On the other hand, they very easily could make a star out of Murphy, have him win at Hell in the Cell, and then put him in like the IC title picture.
Oh, definitely.
But are they going to do that?
You can't take the title off Sami Zayn. He's gonna hold that title forever.
I agree. Sami Zayn's way too fucking good, man.
Yeah, but I'm not saying take the title off him, but do a couple months of Murphy and Sami Zayn. I'd buy that.
Right?
Maybe have Kevin Owens come in there after he's done his feud with
Also,
Aleister
can we
Black.
give Murphy his first name back?
No.
Buddy is not a first name. That's what you call that's what you call somebody.
Yeah.
Like if
Buddy
he had an
Murphy
actual
sounds better than just Murphy.
You think Vince kind of heard that? I was like, what? The fuck is your name Buddy for? Get rid of that shit.
Like if Murphy had an actual first name instead of just Buddy, like then I'd be like, yeah, I give him his name back. But Buddy's not a real name.
I mean, here's the thing. TY, how can Vince criticize Buddy as a name when he just had a whole faction come on and he named them T-Bar, Slapjack, and Mace?
No.
Because Vince has, I think, a boner for these one-word names. Because this goes like a market, right? You market that one word for some reason. So I guess
Yeah.
T-Bar, Mace, yeah. Slapjack is the funniest one to me.
Slapjack is by far the worst.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
One. You just gotta look up an Urban Dictionary.
Yeah. I'm
When
basically
you
at this
jack
point-
off into your own hand and slap somebody.
At this point, I'm basically expecting the next member to be like Boner, but with like the E as a 3 backwards.
Yeah.
I'm
would
just happy
pop
that
so
they
hard.
didn't give Mustafa Ali a retribution
A retribution name?
Yeah.
Yeah, they better fucking not.
They're
Yeah.
like, nah, you can keep that.
So who do we think that Roman's going to be going out on after Uso? What's next
That's a
for Roman?
Good question. I would have said Bray, but he's now on Raw.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna say Rollins.
I'm
gonna say Rollins is gonna finish up his feud, and then he's gonna be down the line. Maybe not right away, but I feel like at some point.
They could work a heel versus heel feud.
I
Yeah,
feel
'cause-
like right now is the perfect time to do that while they're still kind of like crowdless, so they
Yeah.
don't have to necessarily worry about the reaction.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
They can
right
test
now,
the
like
waters of it.
because who do they have for top babyface on SmackDown? They have Uso, they have Big E, they have
Big E.
Kevin Owens.
Otis.
Oh yeah, Otis.
Yes. He's Mr. Money in the Bank. You can't neglect him.
Please,
I feel like
please.
Otis should have gone to Raw. I'm sorry.
I just want Otis to cash in Money in the Bank, and just even if it's for a day, take the title off of Roman.
Did
Oh,
they
the
did they
fucking
settle that?
internet.
Did they settle that thing where Morrison and Miz were taking Otis to court, or
No.
They talked about it on SmackDown.
Yeah.
I guess the lawsuit's still a thing going on, but like I don't think they're gonna bring it up ever again.
because
after.
weren't Miz and
I thought-
Morrison and Otis like separated in the draft?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to
'cause
Raw.
Otis,
Yeah,
Otis
Miz-
is on
yeah, Miz and
Thanksgiving,
Morrison are on Raw now.
Yeah.
Which is,
And
I don't know. Yeah, this draft
I
doesn't
thought
make
that
sense.
whole court thing was going to be like one of their lame comedy things, but they were going to use it as a vehicle to transfer the briefcase off of Otis and onto Morrison. Because I felt like he was better suited for that, and to be honest, the Otis win felt like they were just like placating the fans. You know what I mean? They were like, Otis is super over, let's give it to him, and then they stopped and thought about it critically, like, wait a second, are we?
This is a bad idea.
Bad
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah.
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 Like,
Yeah, how can you justify? Okay, how can you? The champions at the time were Braun Strowman and Drew McIntyre. Are you really going to put Otis over on either
Yeah.
one of these two?
Absolutely.
Like
Triple
Otis
threat.
is
And then the Fiend takes the title off of Braun. Are
Yeah.
you really going to have Otis go over on the Fiend? And the same thing with Roman. How, can you really justify
Absolutely.
Otis?
the
going
only
over
time that
on
Otis
Roman right now when Roman's doing the best work of his fucking career right
Yep.
now.
the only
I'd
the,
book it.
the only time that Otis had a realistic shot of cashing in and winning is when the Fiend drowned Braun Strowman in
Yeah.
that swamp match.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Otis
Braun-
should have
Braun
like
just,
came in through the woods and cashed in
Yeah,
the money
yeah.
in the bank there.
Yeah, like, well, I guess Braun Strowman's dead. I'm just gonna cash this in, and I'm gonna be champion now. Bye.
Yeah.
Well, and it was weird because like anytime Otis would talk about it, and they wouldn't give him much TV time about it, but anytime he would talk about Money in the Bank, he would talk about how he's only cashing it in for a tag title shot.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
He wanted to be the first, and that was the only way he was going to do it. Then they split up Heavy Machinery in the draft.
Yeah.
Well,
I think that would have been a safe way to do it. I think.
Yeah, like Otis winning. Otis is a really good mid card tag wrestler who's super over. But as a fat undercard mid card tag team wrestler myself, it would make no sense for me or Jules to be the number one contender and then expect us to like beat Mitch Clark.
Expect us to not even beat. Expect us to be competitive, let alone beat.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I was
It's like-
competitive with Mitch Clark. As a matter of fact, I have a win over Mitch Clark. Bitches.
And then
But,
he beat
like-
the shit out of you with a chair, didn't he?
Yeah.
But yeah,
So,
I
still
just
kept
feel
my
like
title.
I just
I
feel it would
didn't
make
lose
it
until
would make
it
no
was stolen
sense.
from me. TY. Coming from you, little bitch.
This is the only title I care about right here.
That's
right here.
insulting. That is
Yeah,
fucking
this is the only-
insulting.
Yeah.
I hope everybody's thinking about their takes to
already
unseed
have one.
TY here.
The internet's
Nope.
gonna explode.
My hot take is that TY is a little bitch.
All right, do we have anything else that we want to talk about for SmackDown or wrestling in general?
What brand is Liv Morgan on? Because I don't know which one's she on.
Who knows?
SmackDown.
Why?
I think
Heard Ruby
Riot
Riot on
Squad-
SmackDown.
Okay,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
Blake knows that I love Liv Morgan.
Oh,
I'm amazed you
TY,
haven't
do you have
broken up
anything
Riot
to say
Squad
about
yet.
Carmella taking your spot?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know, it sucks because Mark Carano called me and told me that she was taking my spot and that my duties weren't necessary anymore. So I'm kind of hurt, but you kind of move on, right?
Yeah, like, I was like pretty shocked he did that because
Yeah.
it was so
Impact called me,
obviously
though.
you.
Yeah, Don Callis called me, so let's see how that goes.
So, like, apparently, like, Carmella's getting a lot of crap. Does anybody know what that's about? Like, they were, like, body
No.
shaming her or something? Or...
Apparently, okay, so what I don't usually read Twitter comments, but
Yeah.
now I know I don't. But like, apparently people didn't like the way she looks. That's basically
apparently
it.
she's had some sort of plastic surgery of some sort.
Like,
It's like maybe Botox or something, like
Yeah,
some maybe like lip injection, something.
I'm just
But
gonna
people
say
just-
it. I know I don't stand a chance of Carmella, but if I saw the opportunity, if she came up to me, like
Spit it
I
out,
wouldn't push,
Junior.
I wouldn't tell her to go away. You know.
like, I will never be able to wrap my head around how somebody else getting any sort of cosmetic procedure, how that is relevant to me at all.
Twitter, and that's Twitter.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is the internet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
and
it
it says,
is-
in conclusion, people on Twitter are fucking insane, and I agree.
Yeah.
I don't even know why I have Twitter anymore, to be quite honest.
Like,
Or why
I use it almost exclusively to just fuck around with you guys and post GIFs.
Dude, I never
Right.
had Twitter my whole life. And I never endured this amount of toxicity ever since I got into that. Like, for some reason, it's just different. Even on Instagram, like, it's not as bad as it is on Twitter. Because I guess people...
No,
Twitter's worse. Twitter is a
Yeah.
fucking cesspool.
Yeah.
it is.
Like, I have been so happy over the last like 4 months when I basically I got rid of my Facebook and just purged my Twitter accounts and just block hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people. Like, I have no time to deal with that. I don't have the energy. I don't care. Like, it's I prefer not to live that way. But
You know what? It's just sad when you judge a storyline, but instead of judging the storyline, you're judging the person.
Mhm.
yeah.
Like-
Yeah.
Why are they attacking Carmella as a human being?
Yeah.
Right? If you want to attack her ring work, you want to attack something in the context of what she's performing and doing, go ahead.
Yeah.
But-
Like attack the
Attacking
character.
Blake Cannon,
As a human
you had
being.
a triple threat that ended in
Yeah.
a fucking no contest. What the fuck is wrong with you as a human being? I hope you die. As a matter of fact, you're canceled.
Yeah.
Like, it makes no sense to me, right? Like, I don't know.
Like, going after a character, going after like a story, going after a match that's bad, that's fair, I guess. But like going after a person's like looks, like
Yeah.
what does that fucking accomplish? That accomplishes nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It satisfies their ego.
Yeah,
for
there-
whatever
and-
reason.
You're
Yeah.
not going to get any sort of discussion about it. Like,
Yeah. I don't know. I guess maybe they were just hoping for some. I think everybody was hoping for what's her face.
Corey
Who
Graves.
was it?
still.
The redheaded girl that used to wrestle.
Eva Marie.
Eva Marie. I think
Oh,
everybody
yeah.
was expecting her to come. So when they didn't, they were just okay. Well, we were gonna shit on her, so I guess we're just gonna shit on Carmella now. I guess that's how.
Yeah,
If
whoever
you're
was
gonna
revealed
if
as that, they
you're
were gonna
give
shit
Eva
on.
Marie the shitty gimmick, that's fine. But
Yeah.
Carmella, no.
Eva
I'm
Marie
gonna
had the
defend-
greatest gimmick ever.
She did. I
I
was going
agree.
to defend that. Like the tail end of her run was brilliant.
Her just not wanting to wrestle, basically.
Yeah, they leaned hard into the fact that she really couldn't. So they were like, they played it up hard as a heel, where they're
Yeah,
like
that's true.
constantly making excuses and like elaborate entrances, like just eating time.
Then as soon as the bell rings, something fucky happens, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like when her bra fell off that one time. I know Blake was super excited for that,
You
Like
didn't
you
even
creep.
know me.
but I know you were excited.
Okay, well here's the thing. She was about to wrestle Becky, and I had a huge crush on Becky Lynch at the time.
at the time, you say.
I mean, she's not.
What's wrong with her now?
But
I think she's better now.
Ty, you got a thing for pregnant women?
No, not. Next.
All right, are we done with the wrestling discussion? Are we gonna move on to Jules's favorite segment of this show?
we sure are.
All right.
It's so difficult because you guys don't the two of you down there don't know who anybody is.
I know some people. More than
Because
Blake
like
does.
somebody like my good friend, PJC could appreciate playing a rousing round of F Marry Kill with the Blue World Order.
Yeah, I don't know who that.
I know of the Blue World Order. I don't know anyone in it.
You make this harder because it has to be like
Anything, as 2010 and above.
Yeah,
That's
like
what I remember.
we gotta get like the social outcasts or something here.
Yes,
Yeah, I
exactly.
know, right? It's
The
you guys
Nexus.
you guys are just awful.
Okay.
I've been scrolling through my list. Okay. Here's one that has names that are recognizable enough that you should know, even though it's older guys to a point. Okay. Here's our F Marry Kill for the day. The
Fuck
dude-
Crowder, marry TY, and kill Jules.
Oh, you're too kind, Blake.
Yeah,
You're
that's
too
amazing.
kind.
Let's just put a F in the chat for Blake.
Oh, Jules is about to mute me, isn't he? I couldn't resist. I'm sorry.
Blake shot his shot. You gotta
Yeah,
respect
that's
that.
how I saw it. Yeah.
Good.
Okay. Let's do this. Okay.
Don't- I just I don't forget.
Yeah.
Twitter best friend. I don't forget.
You fucked yourself, Blake.
Okay,
I did.
Okay. For those of you who don't know who the new triple threat was, it consisted of Taz, Sabu, and Rob Van Dam.
Wasn't Shane Douglas in there too?
The original triple threat.
Okay.
I was going for more recognizable names for their sake.
Disrespecting Bam Bam Bigelow like that, Jules.
I trust me, I didn't want to.
Oh, bad
Trust me, I wanted to do something like the Young Dragons, but like
I bet you they know 2 out of the 3.
Who are they?
The Young Dragons were Kaz Hayashi, Jimmy Yang, and Jamie Noble. Yeah.
I know
think I-
Jimmy Noble and Jimmy Yang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I doubt they know who Kaz Hayashi is.
yeah,
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure I watched that.
that ladder match.
That there was like this. Where are you now?
Yeah.
With Jimmy Wang.
Yeah, he does like a legit like party bus business now.
Party
Yeah.
Bus. Yeah.
You want to see a great ladder matches, you need to see the Young Dragons versus 3 Count versus Evan Courageous and Jamie Noble.
All right. So who do you want to go first on this?
All right, partner, I want to hear your take on this one. Who we got?
Okay. So who is this? Who's in the new triple threat? It was Taz, Sabu, and RVD.
Yeah, Taz, Sabu, RVD.
I will.
Crowder
F.
bench presses now.
I will after I do my fucking thing, okay? Just give me 30 fucking seconds here,
Oh,
Blake.
I just saw that in the background.
Yeah, it's my channel point perk. I will F Rob Van Dam because, you know, he does the Van Dam lift. Super flexible guy, so, you know.
Yeah.
Marry Taz because, you know, he had that WWE paycheck coming in for a while. And I guess kill Sabu. Because I guess fuck Sabu.
I'm the same with you, Crowder. I will F RVD because honestly, I hate the smell of weed. I couldn't be around that all the time.
But for one night.
Yeah, for one night I'll tolerate it.
Oh,
He's
Crowder
doing
just
it.
And
pajamas.
honestly,
Oh, he's doing it. Oh, 2, 3, 4, 3, 3, 3, 2, 3. Good job, buddy. You did 2.
Oh, thank you.
What you guys don't know is those is the
Somebody
weights
clip
are
that and
also
send
like-
that to Massive.
Are they
Yeah.
gimmicked? Those are gimmicked weights, aren't they, huh?
Yeah, that's right.
They're inflatable.
hey Crowder, take a look at your chat. Take a look at your chat.
All right.
Okay.
We're doing our
Now-
segment here.
T.Y., your take on this one.
All right, so I would F Sabu only because
My man.
I just love how he just like fucks up every table spot. So that
You're expecting him to blow a spot?
yeah, exactly. I just feel like he would ruin something that would be funny.
Oh boy, he fucked up a table spot. I gotta get me some of that.
I think I would marry Taz because, like Carter said, he's got that WWE money. And then I think I would kill Rob Van Dam because I don't know.
I've been thinking about it, and I'm like, I can't kill Sabu, and I say that because I physically can't do it. I don't think anyone can.
I mean, in 2020, like, Sabu's got to be pretty run down at this point of his life
He
here.
was working a GCW show like this past week.
Yeah,
He's
but he could
still
he could barely walk.
But the amount of botches that he has survived,
He used
That
a
guy
chair to
is-
like, get into the ring.
that guy is
Yeah,
immortal.
I think I have to F Sabu because I feel like no matter what, it's a one night show and that's it because somebody's getting like F to death. Like that's just there's 2 men enter, 1 man leaves. Like
Okay,
it's
sure.
Thunderdome. Like it's
It's a thunder, yeah. It's
and
Mad Max Thunderdome.
I relish the challenge. I think I kill Taz. RVD is like the chillest human being on the planet, and like if you have to like spend your entire life with someone, I mean Taz is funny, but like RVD is just like you get high and shoot the shit. And
Don't you want that big girthy Taz just protecting you?
big and he's like shorter than I am.
Yeah, but he's got.
But he's
stability.
wide.
He doesn't move.
Okay,
you know? He's like a
I
brick.
chose Mary Taz, but
I
I gotta
got
say,
that.
like Taz wouldn't be able to protect shit.
Yeah.
I think you would.
Let's be real.
No,
It's so broken
our-
down. Like
It's like having a
he
garden
can't
gnome outside your
do
house.
anything
Right?
physical in the ring. He can't do anything physical in the ring because he's so broken down.
Yeah, I just like his theme song. Okay, fine, I admit it.
That's why.
Fair
That's
Okay,
it.
I admit it.
Nothing else.
Yeah.
Very good, very good.
Oh yeah,
very
you have a
fun.
night. He have a cool theme song, so turned on.
Yeah.
All right, so let's move on to the main event segment of the night. It is hot takes time. Now, if I had like any sort of production skill, I'd have like fire going in my thing, but I don't
Yeah,
have
grab
that sort
my
of
title,
skill.
TY. As a matter of fact, grab both of my titles.
TY, as the hot takes champion, you are able
Yes,
to
sir.
determine the order in which we will go in today.
Okay.
That's a new power.
I just got a shut the fuck up text from my mom.
All right. All right.
Good
All
thing
right.
we're wrapping this up soon.
So I think I'm gonna give Blake. I let Blake go first because I just want to get his out of the way because he's not.
Because he has to shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
Okay.
because his mom's gonna come down and beat his ass if he doesn't.
I think he
Okay.
should go last just because I want to see that happen.
Okay.
You know what? Sure. How about Blake goes last, and then Jules will go first. I'll go in between the dad bots. So then Crowder, you go after.
In between the dad bods is the best spot to be in.
Exactly.
First of all, this isn't a hot take. This is a fact. The only title around here that matters is this one.
Okay, so that's his hot take. Let's
I'm-
move on to the next person.
No, and that I'm the superior gamer here. Like that's it's not a hot take, it's a fact.
I know Andrew's watching this. Sorry, I know Andrew's watching this. This Velvet is amazing.
Yeah.
So just
Right.
having Andrew.
The hot take though is hands down in almost every conceivable way, South Park is better than The Simpsons. Are you dying inside there a little bit there?
No, I can agree.
PJC heel turn incoming.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
I want to disagree, but
Right.
Simpsons. I feel Simpsons at its peak was the funnier show, but South Park never fell off a cliff in the way that The Simpsons did.
No, and they've always had their finger on the pulse. And I have a theory why. Because Matt Groening is a time traveler. And as he was writing The Simpsons, he was writing history as he knew it. So once he got past all of those points, he didn't know how to write in the time that he was in. So he just started writing whatever he could to keep them relevant. And that's not saying he's not a good storyteller, because like Futurama and like Disenchantment as stories are great. I mean,
Disenchantment less so.
yes, but it was a new foray. It was something. We were trying something new at least,
Mm.
right? The Simpsons, he got stuck into a rut where it's like, okay, I use them as the vehicle to like tell all my time travel stories, and now I've got nothing. Whereas like Trey Parker and Matt Stone have always had their finger on the pulse, and they hate everyone. So like it's easy for them to. They're not afraid to take a shot. They're not afraid to make fun of everyone. And like, I don't know. Did anybody see my most recent example is like the pandemic special.
I haven't. I'm waiting for it to go on Crave.
It's so good, but that's just what they've always been topical, and they've always had a point. They're not like everybody thought they were crass for the sake of being crass, but even if you go back and watch older episodes,
yeah,
they're doing shit like making fun of Rob Reiner and stuff like that. And like,
yeah, like I will feel like if you compare like Simpsons at its peak, I feel Simpsons is the better show. If you compare South Park season 17 with Simpsons season 17, it's not even close for and South Park runs away with it.
No, the problem is Simpsons peaks and valleys.
Mm.
It peaked and then it took a nosedive, and then like
and that nosedive has lasted like 20 years.
Oh yeah, everything after the movie.
Yeah.
Even the season leading into the movie, because it felt like they kept all the good material for the movie.
Yeah. All right, so who is next, TY?
That's a great movie.
Yeah.
All right,
that
so
movie.
I am next. Now this is Hot Takes Food Edition.
Oh boy.
I personally believe that anything oatmeal is better than chocolate chip. So
What about oatmeal chocolate chip?
So no, oatmeal cookies are better than chocolate chip cookies. Yeah, oatmeal anything is better than chocolate chip. That's my hot take.
TY
So
the oatmeal.
what
guy.
you're telling me is like for breakfast, you'd rather have a bowl of plain oatmeal versus like a bowl of chocolate chips.
Absolutely.
Okay, over a bowl of chocolate chips, yeah, I'll take the oatmeal.
What kind of psychopath eats a bowl of chocolate chips?
Even I wouldn't do
Hey,
that, Jules.
how many kids do you have, TY? When you
Yeah,
have
like,
kids, you start
Jesus.
eating weird shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that question answers itself for
Yeah.
us.
Yeah. Oatmeal chocolate chip is, or no, fuck.
You
Oatmeal
don't even
cookies.
believe yourself.
Oatmeal cookies are better than chocolate chip
See,
cookies.
TY secretly loves the oatmeal chocolate chip cookies.
Yeah.
They're
He
okay.
just wants them to live in harmony.
Yeah. Have you guys had the Subway oatmeal cookies? Fuck, they're amazing.
All of Subway's
I
cookies
usually
are
stay
fucking-
away from the
Yeah,
cookies.
but
at
chocolate
Subway.
chip is garbage. Anyways, good.
All right, Crowder.
All right, so I'm actually not going to do anything super controversial this week. I'm not going to like say that like beer is gross or that talking about
That
like
made
conspiracy
Parrish mad.
theories.
Well, Parrish was
That made
pissed.
Parrish mad.
Epstein killed himself.
I ruffled Parrish's jimmies on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
I'll go to a wrestling take. Over the last like 2 months, SmackDown's been the best wrestling show on television. Not AEW, not Impact, not Ring of Honor. SmackDown's been the best
You're saying
a
that's not
whole-
controversial?
As a whole show,
as a whole. There's a lot of
not
people that
just, like,
still think
riding
that
on,
like
like, the two
AEW and
really
Impact
good
are the best
stories?
shows. SmackDown
I
is
see
the
your
best.
point.
SmackDown is the
Okay.
best wrestling show on television right now.
ooh,
I can see your point.
I can actually agree with that. I think Jules is the only person who can't.
I'm not sure if I can agree with it just because I haven't watched all the shows, but like, honestly, out of all the shows, I probably think SmackDown.
I want to agree with you to a point. I feel like SmackDown is riding the rails of like 2 really great stories and a bunch of filler in between.
I mean, I still enjoy that filler. Like,
Yeah.
when your filler is like
can be
Sami
good.
Zayn as Intercontinental Champion, that's good filler.
That's true, but I mean, I
filler
also
can be good.
That, like,
Yeah.
Rohit Raju as X Division champion. Like, I don't know. At this point, at least over the last year, I'm willing to like lay down and die on the hill that is Impact Wrestling.
Yeah.
Other than the Heath Slater and Rhino stuff, and the only reason I hate it is they're basically rehashing the same story.
Although that cameo promo was really fucking amazing.
Oh, that was the tits.
All right, main event, Blake, you're last.
Balake, go ahead.
By the way,
deliver it as loudly as possible.
so before I say my take, I just want to say that hey Crowder, if you vote for me on the poll that
Jesus.
Andrew puts up, I will
Fucking
subscribe
campaign,
to you.
man.
I will resub to you.
Ooh.
Such a
Let's
Like,
see.
I have it-
Better not be like shitting on
I have it
Batman
loaded
here.
up right here.
what a
All right.
It's a wrestling take. I don't even know if you guys will agree with it or not.
How are you both the Alex Jones and Donald Trump of this? Like, how? How do you pull that
Okay,
off simultaneously?
okay. I have a wrestling take. With all due
Water
respect,
string frogs gay?
no, not that. With all due respect to Randy Savage,
Coda's the best
Kairi
wrestler ever.
Sane has the coolest looking elbow drop I've ever seen.
That's fair.
Sure.
I'll stand that 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because even though, what made Savage's so legendary is it looked like it stiffed guys. It looked like his whole weight just landed on you. The theatrics and the way like Kairi Sane literally throws her whole body into it to the point that like she kicks her legs up so that it's like all of her momentum is coming down.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
just when we post that, make sure you tag Mitch Clark when you
Yeah,
quote
tag.
tweet it.
Oh, he's gonna be hot.
Is he? Oh yeah,
he's
he will.
gonna be pissed.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have to quote tweet Mitch when you
Yeah.
put your.
Oh no.
I think if you're analyzing at just like the raw move, it's
Yeah.
better.
Yeah,
But I think just the emotion behind Randy Savage was what made people like his elbow.
and the fact that like it was in the '80s and wrestlers, especially his size, weren't doing anything that spectacular.
Or like top rope ever. Like
Yeah.
that was like when it was still coming to, and then like
Yeah, it was him and Snuka.
yeah, he set the standard for like elbow drops as far as I'm concerned. And then like Michaels is great too, and I think it was iconic because it came from Michaels. And then Kairi Sane knocked it out of the park.
Yeah.
I've always loved the insane elbow.
Yeah, that's really good.
So
I
Is she still wrestling now, or is she officially retired?
I think she's just taking time off here.
Oh,
Hey, thank you for the resub, Blake Cannon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she's taking time off. The rumor is that the WWE is going to open some sort of performance center in Japan.
I think they were supposed to do NXT Japan. I think that was
Yeah.
a plan at one point.
And I think they're probably going to have like Kyrie be like one of the like head trainers, top wrestlers for NXT Japan.
just monopolize the whole wrestling market, hey?
That's the plan.
Yeah.
Right? We don't even have NXT UK tag titles yet, okay? Let's not even talk about
What
NXT.
they think about doing NXT Canada as well at some point?
Yeah. Well, supposedly.
I think once the
believe
borders
the dirt sheet.
open, the regular NXT is enough for North America.
Yeah.
Every country has to have an NXT. You have NXT Uganda. NXT.
All right,
NXT
so
Cambodia.
I think we're winding up. Does anybody have
NXT
anything?
North Korea.
Does anybody have anything exciting to share over the next weekend? I imagine Rick Jules has something exciting to share.
Yeah, in a
He's over
week's
there.
time, I have to wrestle the Giant Orion.
Oh. For
Making
Canada's
my-
Wrestling Elite?
Yes, making my Canada's Wrestling Elite debut. I would be terrified if I hadn't spent the last year wrestling like human giants,
Yeah.
right? Like it's. I am excited to debut for CWE though, only because like what really drove me to take the booking when it was offered is their home base, their promotion out of Winnipeg, and in my 10 years, I have never wrestled a match in my hometown. So legit, my goal, and this is a shoot, is to hopefully impress the powers that be enough that once border restrictions are a little less crazy, even between provinces, that I can get booked out there.
Did you hear that CWE, like Danny Duggan was on Talk is Jericho?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I think it was him and AJ Sanchez.
Him and AJ Sanchez, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Which I mean to check out, and everyone else should check that out as well.
T.Y. Jackson, anything exciting in the week for you?
No, nothing really. Just gonna try to, just gonna honestly try to forget that Blake exists. But other than that,
Oh, you can't forget about me for
Other than
long.
that,
He'll
yeah,
constantly
right.
remind you.
November 7th is gonna come around pretty quickly. I'm gonna
unless
take my
unless
baby
they shut
back.
unless they shut down the city again.
Oh, Ty, I'm recruiting as many people as humanly possible. I need to know who wants in for the second coming of the Family Jewels.
Oh, the second coming. Well,
Real
Yeah.
emphasis on the coming.
Yeah.
so who's currently been?
At this
Picked up.
point, the rebuilt faction is the returning raunchy Jewels, erotic Crowder, beautiful Blake Cannon, and delicious Danny Evans.
And Ty Jelly.
There we go.
I'm in.
Yes,
Very good. I love it.
Thumbs up.
we're gonna get this booked on a spot show. I swear to God.
All right, and Blake Cannon, what do you got going on next week here? Any streams? Anything
We
exciting?
can skip
Well,
over. We can skip
I'll
over
be
Blake.
streaming. I'll
We
be
can skip-
streaming,
we
but
can skip
I'll
over
also
Blake.
be preparing to take back my provincial championship in 1, 2, 3 weeks at Road to Retribution. I'll be a 2-time provincial champion. It's gonna be some good shit.
Not if I knew Jack.
Because everyone.
I'll just stab you.
I'll just putting a whole bow on this episode. Everything gets tied
Yeah.
together here.
Yeah,
No, we
exactly.
both come out to the ring with a knife.
Exactly. And then I'll get Lars
Well,
Sullivan
just-
to be behind me.
That's
go.
that's the plot twist, ladies and gentlemen. Is
Do
we're
you
all
want
just gonna
Lar-
murder?
Ty, do you want Lars Sullivan behind you?
Absolutely.
That's how this
Oh, yeah.
podcast ends. In the end, is we all just kill each other. It's just like seppuku and murder, and
See,
everybody dies.
everybody dies. Yeah.
Okay, so apparently a janky ass poll is up. We are all going to
janky-ass poll.
quote tweet that, and that hot takes title will be
Still mine.
coming home. Coming home to me.
Still mine.
Joel's two belts. Two belts.
Beautiful.
All right, I'm going to end this here. I want to thank everybody that tuned in. Had a good time. We gave I don't think we gave any sort of insight towards wrestling. No real relevant discussions were had, but a fun time was had. Thank you everybody that watches. Have a good night. We will see you next week.